like me personally, like I like to bring up my portfolio. So like the Iran war specifically, like because you saw the buildup, right? So you invest in the right stocks prior to the buildup, and as soon as the war starts, boom.
So fucking up the economy by starting wars, and all you can focus on is the stock market.
Well, if you make the right decisions, the economy shouldn't affect you.
But clearly it affects other people, and it affects small businesses.
Well, it affects people make bad decisions.
Small businesses make bad decisions.
Depends on what the business is.
Now we're pivoting to it depends on what the business is, making bad decisions for something that they don't control at all.
There's plenty of small businesses that are still successful right now.
What does that have to do with what Trump?
It just depends on
what does that have to do? What does that have to do with Trump? What does that have to do with what he's done overall to this country? Again, we lost to Iran, and all you can focus on is the stock market, right?
What do you mean we lost? It's still going on.
No, we fucking lost. He literally signed a surrender form. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
That he lost right now.
He lost. It's not in the air. He fucking signed it in 4K. Are we serious?
And now it's gone, right?
What do you mean it's gone? No, it's not gone. He fucking signed it.
Wait, you still believe in
He lost. He lost, sir. He surrendered.
Then why are we still bombing them?
Where?
Wait, what? Are you dead ass right now? You haven't seen it? We're still bombing them, dude.
So your only focus is the goddamn bombing. Is that what I'm understanding here?
Yeah.
Okay. This is. Thank you so much for proving the point of the prompt. I just wanted you to know that.
What did you prove?
Guys, I proved you're stupid as fuck.
I said nothing about race.
I didn't say shit about race either. I just said you're stupid as fuck. I just said
stupid as fuck.
Can you read the prompts again? What does the prompt say?
Let's read it. MAGA's two struggles are being racist and / or stupid.
Okay, then. So why did you say?
Wait.
You didn't bring up race, but I'm not talking about you being racist.
Hold on. Prove me wrong.
Okay, so you read the whole thing. So where did I call you racist?
I was waiting for it, to be honest.
Oh, you was waiting for it, but I called you stupid. You still proved the point, but you were still focused on race. The same way you're focused on Iran getting bombed, because apparently that fills your pockets, right?
Yeah, it does. But call me crazy, right? But
that's lovely.
Terrorist state shouldn't exist.
I don't think. What?
I don't believe a terrorist state should exist.
Then America shouldn't exist because we are the biggest fucking terrorists on the planet. Last time I checked, we are the only country to launch 2 nuclear bombs in the history of humanity. I would say we're probably the biggest terrorists. We quite literally passed legislation to justify genocide, to justify war crimes, to start wars and then lose them later, right? I would say that we are probably the biggest terrorists in the fucking country right now, and everybody looks at us like we're goddamn fucking idiots for re-electing the orange bastard. But hey, I digress. But we want to point the finger at fucking Iran and say terrorist countries shouldn't exist. So we start by bombing school children. That's lovely. That's lovely.
The nuclear bombs. Maybe Japan shouldn't have attacked us for no reason. How about that?
You're referring to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Are we sure that Japan attacked us for no reason? Is that what we're going by?
Are you justifying that?
I'm not justifying it at all. But if we're going to talk about history, we can absolutely look up the reason.
So the unprovoked attack was for no reason.
It wasn't. I don't know why you keep pushing. It was unprovoked. That's seventh grade history bullshit that they teach you. There was absolutely a reason, but we're not going to sit here and justify it. It's still a reason. We're going to look at all the historical context. Okay. So do you actually know? Okay, let's look it up together.
You look it up. I thought you already knew.
No, we're going to look it up together. That's the point of this live. We're educating. It's an education live.
Okay, I'll wait.
Japan Japan bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, as a preemptive strike to cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet. This was done so Japan could freely invade Southeast Asian territories for vital resources like oil and rubber. Without American interference, Japan hopped to force a quick, favorable peace settlement. The attack was driven by the several interconnected geopolitical and economic factors. This includes the resource embargoes, the southern expansion strategy, as well as the neutralizing of the U.S. fleet and the gamble for a short war. Japan's military planners knew that they could not win a long, drawn-out war against the industrial might of the United States. They gambled that devastating initial blow would destroy American morale and force the United States to negotiate for peace, allowing Japan to keep its newly acquired territories.
So they wanted to attack, invade Southeast Asia.
So you secede. So you secede that it wasn't for no reason.
Dude.
So you secede that it was for no reason.
It was for no reason.
So you secede that it was not for no reason.
No, dude, it was for no reason, bro.
So you are an idiot.
No.
You
I
are.
just don't understand how you're like, oh, it's okay.
I didn't say it was okay. Why do you keep trying to put words in my mouth? I didn't say it was okay. The same way we come up with reasons for bombing other countries. Like, what the fuck? They had a reason. They had a geopolitical reason. But I find it so crazy, right, that we could have easily matched Japan's energy by also attacking with our own air force, right, during World War II. But they just decided we're just going to commit war crimes with nukes.
We firebombed Tokyo. What are you talking about?
We nuked Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah, we were constantly firebombing the mainland of Japan. You realize
after
that?
You nuked Nagasaki.
During the war.
If we were already matching their energy, why nuke them?
Because they still wouldn't stop.
So you nuke civilian populations?
Yes.
When Japan only targeted the base. So you nuke civilian populations? Yes. I see why you're a fan of Trump. You're a fucking idiot too. That's sad. That's honestly sad. Yeah. It's not even, no, you're just evil. Like, a lot of you demons are just fucking evil. It's so weird. A lot of you demons are fucking evil, and you know you can't, like, there's no backing down. It's no backing out at how fucking weird y'all are. Y'all know. That's the wildest shit to me. Anywho.
You don't like America, why don't you fuck off back to Africa where you come from, you fucking slave?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is somebody... I'm sorry. What's your name?
Yes, you heard me. If you don't like America, you are the most privileged black people in the world. Because there's no successful fucking black country in the world. If you don't like America, why don't you row back to fucking Africa?
I'm sorry, I was trying to get a note for your action. Where are you from again?
I'm from Africa.
You live in Africa.
He's a
What
South
country?
Africaner.
Africa.
He's a South.
What country?
He's a South
I'm
African.
from South Africa.
I do it.
What country?
South Africa. Do you know what South Africa is? South Africa is a country. Did you know that
just making sure. Just making sure. Just making sure.
Your average IQ is 70.
According
That's
to
why you
who?
keep on repeating words, because you're dumb as fuck.
According
Why don't
to
you
who?
migrate back to Africa?
According to who? Where do you get that, bro?
Tell him we're gonna go to South Africa.
If you don't like the white
No,
people, fuck off back to Africa.
Are you in America right now?
You
Are you-
homo no ladies. You didn't develop fuck all. You've got zero frontal lobe. To argue with you is fucking wasting your time because you cannot argue. You are dumb as fuck. Your average IQ
Did you vote
is
for Trump?
70.
Did you vote for Trump?
I'm a South African, you homo no lady.
So you're not even in America.
Did you know that chimpanzees also have melanin?
So you're not even in America.
Did you know that chimpanzees also have melanin? It's
You
not
can-
only the nose. It's not only the nose.
Sir, If you shave a chimpanzee's fur, they're white. You're just talking out of your ass. If you shave a gorilla's fur, they're white. They are white. Like, you're just talking to be talking. If you shave any monkey's like what? Like on top of that, last time I checked, the hairiest humans on the planet are also white. The humans with the closest Neanderthal DNA are also white. Last time I checked, right? Like what are we doing right now? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, you're just wasting my time here, dude. Trying to sound so fucking smart.
Man. Fuck off back to Africa.
And what are you exactly?
So, stop complaining about American white people. Fuck off back. But you won't. Because there's no food in Africa. I mean, the Western countries need to fucking aid Africa every year because they can't feed themselves.
You mean the same Europe that fucks goats? That don't know how to
Who's
bake?
fucking goats? I'm from Africa. You fuck donkeys, you fuck goats, man. You even rape your grandmas.
Europe literally be fucking their own daughters, sir. Europe doesn't bathe.
Go check the mute. Go check
Europe doesn't know how to bathe. They would literally that's sad. Oh, too bad. TikTok got you. Oops. That's crazy. Nasty work. Damn, TikTok got you. Anywho's, let's continue to tap the screen like the live share the live.
Yo, what's up?
This is
Oh,
another example
here I am.
for low IQ idiots for you. Neanderthal DNA on full display.
Sorry, I was doing
They think we're
something.
stupid. That's crazy. Anywho's, let's continue to tap the screen like the live share the live. We are looking for Trump supporters. We are only looking for Trump supporters. Excuse me, hiccup. Let's get the likes up to 30,000. Let's get the likes up to 30,000 likes, guys, and also contribute to the gift goal as much as possible. I love this prompt. I really do. Immaculate.
Hello.
Welcome to the House of Hey, can I please get your age?
I am 44 years old.
Thank you very much. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
How many times did you vote for Trump, out of curiosity?
2.
You voted for him twice.
Yep.
2020 and 2024?
Yep.
So, Immaculate, you as a woman, you voted for Trump twice.
Yep. We are
I love when my prompt gets proven right. Like y'all can't help but prove the prompt right. Y'all can't help. Y'all can't help.
How are you racist? How are you racist and listening to black music? That's hilarious.
18 and up, respectfully. Should be 18 and up. We're gonna go on to the next caller here. Alrighty, this is Debbie. And Debbie's loading up in the comments, or loading up into the panel at the moment. Debbie's still loading. Don't know what's taking so long. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. There we go. Debbie, you there? Debbie, you there? Debbie, do you know you're live right now? House of Zay. Reporting live. Going once. Going twice. All right. Have a good night, Debbie. Dario, welcome to the House of Zay. Can I please get your age? You're very muffled, but it sounds like you're saying something stupid. Anywho, we're going to go on to the next caller here. She had a Trump phone. She using that Trump phone.
Okie dokie.
Funny.
He's got a
President, ¿cuántos juegos le faltan a México a la verga? No, madre, loco. Volvió a faltar a la chamba la verga, Le podrán decir a los de la FIFA y a los de México que les pongan los pinches juegos los sábados, pues. Pinche fiestonas a la verga, los pinches entre semana. Va a terminar valiendo verga el pinche jale, pues todo es falta y falta por culpa de la pinche selección, pues. ¿Cuánto?
The President of the United States, the President of the United States, the President of the United States, the President of the United States got found guilty, found guilty, found guilty, found guilty, found guilty of sexual assault, sexual assault, sexual assault, sexual assault, sexual assault. And trust me, I don't give a fuck if you get to talking about. I don't support him anymore. We told you about this motherfucker in 2016. The President.
Nobody cares.
Mexico doesn't stand a chance against Ecuador.
Shut up, bitch.
Chingas a tu madre, pinche ramero.
Mexico's not being Ecuador.
It's a parody's nuts in your mouth, bitch.
Primeramente vamos a enfrentar al peor México, el peor México de la historia.
¿A ti nunca te han dicho que eres un pendejo? ¡Órale!
3 horitos después.
All the guys are literally using this cheat code this summer, especially if you're a grower, out of shower. Boxers are for you. There's literally an extra pouch in the front to end.
Nobody knew how to get the chemicals.
You can't hate the guy. You cannot. He's too likable. He chose us over Colombia. He is everything for us going forward. Whether he's assisting Raul Jimenez.
And y'all gonna tell me these niggas don't be having the language of the colonizer. That sounds just like them motherfuckers.
Or is
Yeah, I
it
call her
refresh?
booty hair, but I heard some whack shit. I heard some weird shit today. Not.
Si no tienes esto,
America is roughly 350. More views.
All right. My lights just went out. How am I gonna read? How am I gonna read? Okay. I recognize some people. Historically, it's also been used more broadly. Since not until declaring to explaining your own usage and protester or potential. Black American. Black American. When you hear Black American, what do you hear? Do you hear lineage when you hear Black American? Or do you hear ethnicity? Or do you hear nationality, race? So those are the things that some people are just not understanding with it, right? There are just different. There's different categories for everything, and people want to blend them in, you know. So this is the reason why I have the prompt up, and we're gonna hear very interesting scenarios of how people redefine these terms for their own best interests, not for everybody else's. Okay, and I can start. The real deal, the real McCoy.
That's true.
What's true, real?
You say the real McCoy. I say that's true.
What's going on? Can I get your race, your ethnicity, where you're from?
I wanted to ask you that. Are you considered a Black American or a Black man?
Let's start with you, huh?
Yeah, I'm African American.
Okay. I would consider myself Black American, but I also have my ethnicities, right? So I consider Black American as a race and a nationality. And then my ethnicities are Eritrean and Mexican.
What's Eritrean?
Eritrea is a place next to Ethiopia.
Oh, okay.
It's East Africa. It's where Nipsey's ethnicity comes from.
Got it. Okay. So, well, when it comes,
would you consider someone like that a black man?
I guess the colorism is all a social construct, but it really comes down to your DNA and what really is what you're made of.
Okay, so you do believe in DNA? Mr. Real, you do believe in DNA? I see that you're muted. Okay, I'll wait for you. So
I'm sorry.
No worries. Take your time.
Yeah. So, you were asking me. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said, so you do believe in DNA? It's something that you do use as a
marker. Absolutely.
Yeah, as a marker. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, but when it comes to all these titles that you have on your prompt, so what I do is I go a little deeper because we can't let the effect of colonization dictate our conversation today as to who we are, right? We understand about the Arab trade, slave trade. We understand about the transatlantic slave trade. And we were dispersed throughout the world, right? And as a result of that, of colonization, they started to name us. They named it 54 boundaries in the continent, minus Ethiopia and maybe a couple of others. And, it's like those people are not God. So their word is not the final analysis of who we are. We need to go back prior to that to identify who we really are, if you want to be real about it. But now, if you want to consider them as the markers of the world and that they're the gods, then what they created stands versus what was in existence prior to them creating the Caribbeans and all the nations over there and what's happening in the continent and now here in the some call it a ethnogenesis here in America. Not for me. That's why I still carry African American, and because I tie myself back to the continent. I just happen to be in America as a result of the slave trade. But who am I really? I'm not an American. And my people are not treated like we're Americans either. or U.S. citizens. The things that happen to us on a daily basis proves that we're not. But some are in denial and say, well, no, I'm an American. Well, okay, cool. You're an American. I won't debate them about it, but that's me.
Okay, that's real. That's real. I can agree with a lot of your points. I got a little mixed up with the whole like the gods and back and I get the aspect of new nation states, colonization, what people were labeled or called, you know, like social constructs per se, right? But I mean, we still hold on to certain stuff, just like you hold on to African American, and I don't fault you for holding on to that. You know, a lot of people are delineating from that term, especially the FBA, especially the Pretendians. Um, but um, but yeah, that's always like a rabbit hole for me, you know, where people say, you know, we should go back to our original names, and especially if we don't, you know, if African Americans don't, I mean, even through reconnecting, you know, to Africa, people that still have an affinity to Africa and still want that reconnection, and find out, you know, maybe through DNA where those haplogroups, you know, where they end up finding out a little more closer about their ancestry, which is commendable, you know. And but there's always like a thin line. Like, how far should we go back? Should I call myself a Cushite? Should I call myself my ancient names, um, or the gods' names, right? Or should I? You know, a lot of people are going to history, whatever history suits their best interest at this point. You know what I mean?
So
This
no,
rundown. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. If you
so to deal with that issue, so you either go with what the colonizers have put on you, or you seek to understand who you really are. So to me, that's the question. Are you going to say, okay, because I'm used to what the colonizers did, I'm just going to go with that? So then you can never stand and say that you're equal, because they made you who you are. They dictated your name, and to some degree your culture, because they forced you to be wherever you were. Well, I come from those that were in the transatlantic slave trade, so we were brought from mostly the west coast of Africa, and my lineage goes back to Sierra Leone and Togo. So now you're talking about all these people that were brought here, and they were force fed Christianity and so on. And if they didn't accept it, they were killed. All right, they were unalived, and all kind of craziness happened to these people over hundreds of years. So just through mere socialization and time, people have you know adapted these mores, and that it's just the YT. They don't respect womanhood. They don't, it's just their moral standard is totally different, because their genesis is from a place of scarcity. Everywhere the European, what is called now Europe, the European went, was better than where he came from. So he sought to conquer it, take over the people. Everybody else was very kind and welcoming, because they were living in a land of plenty, honey and plenty, and they weren't savage. They wasn't savagery in nature, because they didn't have to be, because everything was plentiful. This European came from a very scarce environment. I mean, he had to kill and scrape for everything he got in that environment. Once they learned some things and came out of that environment, right, they went to conquer and take over people, because that's what they were doing with each other. That's all they knew. And his nature hasn't changed today. Hello?
I concur. But real, let me just gonna break. You can hear
You're
me?
breaking up. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you
Hear me
now.
now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Um, Yeah, but I can, and what he has done up to this point, and the manipulation, the indoctrination, and how we carry out his agenda, right? By maybe like separating ourselves, and like you say, giving ourselves these labels. You know, it's funny because there is like a social construct behind it, and then there's the social aspects behind it, right? And then there's like government documents, that we live by and identify with. So just let me give you the rundown on my prompt reel. This when I say Black American, I'm doing it by definition, because we're getting a lot of pushback by people that were born here and naturalized here, that are from the Black diaspora, right? The first generation, right? Or the people that don't have that lineage, that FBA lineage that everybody wants to tell people that they don't belong here, that they're not Black. The people that police people's Blackness, police people's Americanness, right? And this, I call FBA like a fringe group, like on the spectrum, because they're out here policing, like they're ICE agents, or they work for Department of Homeland Security, the way they are attacking certain individuals, whether it be Black immigrants, the Hispanic, Latino, or the Mexicans per se, even some of the indigenous people, right? They're telling them they're not the indigenous, that these people that are calling themselves Black American now are the indigenous people. So I'm just trying to redefine not redefine it. I'm trying to go back to the normal aspect of what a Black American was. And Black American meant just anybody that was born here or naturalized here from the Black diaspora, right? So those people could be Black by race and American by their nationality. So I'm just going back to the basics. Yeah, back to the basics, because we have a lot of people that say that we're trying to cosplay them. We're trying to undermine them because we call ourselves Black Americans. And I'll be honest, I never presented as a Black American, right? I always just said I was Black, because that's what I identify with. And it's obvious that we're American, so by definition, Black American is what but this goes out for everyone in my scenario, in my case, and whoever else was born here or whoever naturalized here. If you were Black and you got citizenship here, that's what it meant.
Well, one of the things I would like to...
And so hold on, real. As you can see on here, I say not an ethnicity. I know some people are identifying as an ethnicity, and I wouldn't really care if they did that. But the reason why I'm pushing back is because they try to exclude people from this broad category and say it's only a ethnicity. And the people that are doing this come from the FBA crew or the Black Americans that claim they're indigenous to America. And so I kind of remind them about African American, right? An African American is an ethnicity that was meant for the people that went through chattel slavery, enslaved Africans that went through. And so that was an ethnicity that is honored and respected, and what's so wrong with that one?
The deal is you're familiar with COINTELPRO. You sound like an intelligent man, right?
Yeah, I've heard,
right? So what has happened? One of the major reasons why the colonizers have maintained power is because they've learned how to COINTEL is just a short way of saying counterintelligence. So you implement things in a group that counters intelligence. Well, you can't go in as the colonizer and do it. So you got to have those that will do it for you. And that's been the case since we've been conquered. They've been able to manipulate those that work on the colonizers' behalf that look like us. And so some do it out of ignorance and some do it out of mere, they're culprits in it, right? They think what Master says is good. They think that God is white and they honor God. You know what I'm saying? They go on with God. So whatever, right? They think the white man's ice is colder. So they go with it. And so this is what you have in the FBA. FBA is a very small percentage of us as a people. But they loud on this social media because they hoping they're going to grab the ignorant and the vulnerable that don't know and understand. But even those Black people are like, what? You against African? You against Jamaicans? What? You know what I'm saying? They're looking like that ain't who we are. You know what I'm saying? They're not buying it. So, but they are getting some, that it's insane. But you got to understand the genesis of those type of efforts. It comes from those outside of our community that want to keep us divided, that want to keep us confused.
Yeah,
And
real. So, oh, sorry. Go ahead and finish.
no, that's it.
I was just gonna say. I mean, some people are like, these people are getting paid to do this, and and they're informants, and that they're working for the government. I'm just like, no. These guys are doing this out of their own free will, out of their
So
own.
you have some that are,
Like,
but the
well, yeah. I
initiators
mean,
of the initiators of that, they
yeah.
definitely
Oh, like like Tyreek or whatever, right? Tyreek Nasheed.
and you have some that's even doing it, that's on these panels, man. These are agents, you know. I mean, that's just the way it is. They get this is what they do. This is how they maintain control. They get us fighting each other, and the only way they can do that is they got to have puppets that they can convince to come among us to cause confusion and madness. Whenever you see confusion and madness coming out of what someone's saying and doing, you better know that's an operative.
Right.
That's just what that is.
And like you said, thank God that it is a small group. That it looks like it's just growing because of these algorithms that feed this negativity, you know.
Yeah, and
that
that's
push
all
this,
by
they push
design.
this rhetoric. That's why, you know, we have to. I'm scared for the youth and the elders that get caught up in between, that catch the strays, you know, or get caught up into this thinking that this is, oh, is this what we're calling ourselves, foundational Black Americans? Because they are kind of, you know, talking about some of the grievances that Black people in America go through, but they don't know what FBA's true agenda is, so they kind of just jump in. You know, just saying we're going to call ourselves FBA, because they make crazy statements like there's 50 million FBAs, you know, and they try to say it's not a group, that it's a lineage, and they kind of swindle them in that area, you know. And it's funny you say that, because, you know, there are plenty of Black people in America, African Americans, that push back on it and say that's not what we're not subscribing to that ideology. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and so I'm happy to support, and I'm happy to inform, you know, people that are coming into these spaces and not realizing what they're listening to, because these people are good at putting a mask on and pretending that they're doing things for their ancestors, but their ancestors are rolling in their graves watching how they treat the rest of the Black diaspora, and being xenophobic and disparaging language, you know, that mimics this white supremacy, white nationalists, this heritage American kind of philosophy. So it is definitely important to see those parallels between these everything they say they fight for, you know, fight against, I should say, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a mirror of like what they claim to be doing. So it's
Right.
good to hear of people that do have a conscience and know the difference, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. But brother, it was good talking to you. I'm going to follow you now. I got to
All
go
right,
to
Will.
bed. I can't stay
got
up
you.
all night. But it was good
Yeah, no
talking
worries.
to
I
you.
wanted, yeah, come up next time. I got my group of folks up here, and we up here always doing some stuff up here. So you're more than welcome to come up. Nice to meet
All
you.
right. Later.
All right, peace. So yeah, my people, this is why we do it. People think we're going to drag an FBA, which, you know, might happen. You never know. Let's read some of the comments. It says, what's wrong with people wanting something for themselves? Tammy, what are you talking about? What is it that you want for yourself? Do you want that identity? You want that FBA identity for yourself? I mean, you can have it. No one's fighting for it to get it. The problem is that you're labeling other people that don't want to be included in that don't want to subscribe to that rhetoric, to that ideology. So you can have it all you want, but just know that it's already taken from you. Tyreek Nasheed trademarked it. He owns it. He owns the branded lineage. Okay? He can come any day and say, you know what, you're promoting FBA. I see it on your shirt. I see it on your hat. I see your, whatever, your website. I see you're selling this and selling that with FBA on it. He can come and take that away from you, telling you you're misrepresenting FBA. You feel me? And he could do that. He's not doing that because he wants everybody to jump on this bandwagon. How are you going to say it's not a group, it's not a leadership, it's not an organization, but you got a website that talks about what it is and has repercussions for people that speak out against it or like he has legal jargon on there that speaks about how he could, come after you if you disparagingly talk about FBA. So you got to know he's also talking about anybody, not just the people that are against FBA, anybody. So I remember this lawyer had went through his website and read it through, and it was really, really choppy. Like he didn't even have a lawyer do that for him, or maybe he did, but they did a really bad job of explaining stuff on there. Because what he's trying to do is he's trying to make FBA a protective class, And I think African Americans are already a protected class when it comes to racism and stuff like that. But he's trying to do the same, And I can't even, I gotta fact check that because sometimes I hear something else. Anyways, oh shit, my shit's about to die. But back to what I was trying to say. I was saying that what's your ethnicity? Where's Tammy at? What was her question again? Okay. So again, I was just saying, like, it's good. He has what it's defined as, what it is on his website. So that's his, and he can come legally after you about misrepresenting it. Okay. So again, when you make claims that there's 50 million FBAs, what he's trying to do and what you guys are falling for, what you got swindled from a pimp, because remember, he's a pimp now. And he tried his Pan-African movement, right? He was a Pan-African first, but he saw no money in that. So he had to go out, he had to do it a different way. And this is the way he wanted to do it. He wanted to do it by delineating. So, but he interchangeably uses it, where he wants to push back from African American, wants to push back from continental Africans, right? And this is a part of the delineation movement he's doing. He's also admitting he has African ancestry, but it's too far out there for him to try to reconnect, right? He makes the same claim, oh, well, we're all Africans. We all are African. Even white people are Africans. even Elon Musk is an African. That's what he'd be saying. Which is not true. Elon Musk, he is South African. His ethnicity, right, is being a Boer. That's what his ethnicity is called. And he can't be black by race. He can be American by nationality because he naturalized here, but he can't be a black American or an African American. It wouldn't. He doesn't identify like that, and the government wouldn't identify him like that. So that's such a fucking bad faith answer to it's just this like scare tactic to say that anybody, and now well, I will say this, right? Anybody could, like, some in this country you self-identify, right? So, but that can come with consequences, like Rachel Dawson, who identified as an African American and got caught up, they found out she wasn't, and that ruined her career and whatnot, right? After that outing by her parents, I think it was. But that's what this prompt's about, is about that there is, in that category, black and African American, right? It says black / African American. They do group up this social construct of how they view people and how you identify. There is a space for people in the diaspora that are born here or naturalized here, and that category is black. And then your nationality is obviously American, so you're a black American by definition, right? Now we're getting a push that same thing Tariq Nasheed is trying to do. When he says FBA, he also interchangeably uses black American, right? Because when FBAs get attacked, he'll be like, oh, well, that's how you feel about black Americans, huh? And then you get caught up to think, oh, well, If we attack FBAs, we're attacking all black people in America, and that's incorrect. If you have a critique or you have a disagreement about something from that group, FBA, that branded lineage, then you have a problem with those people and their ideas, and you're critiquing their ideology. We're not attacking all black people in America. And for him to lump in, you see, he delineated from African American, right? My take is he also delineated from Black American because he knew Black American was compromised. He knew Black American, so many people could fit into those categories by what I just said, by a race and a nationality, right? He knew that people, so that's why he needed to call himself foundational Black American. So he took it one step further. So for him to go back and claim that Black American is an ethnicity is where the problem is, where the problem lies, because we know it's a race and a nationality. And not to be all technical and stuff, but we have to be. We have to know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. These are basic concepts that we just must know. Like it's in the books. It's all, you can't go ahead and take a race and a nationality and turn it into a ethnicity just because you said so. You also can't just, like, when someone says, what's your race, what's your ethnicity, what's your nation, you can't just say FBA and people are supposed to take it. Like, no, you want to bundle all that shit up together, and just not explain yourself right because you want people to follow your cult, and think that you have this all mapped out for them, because they literally just repeat the same bullshit online, the same fucking story, the same narrative, the same talking points as Tariq Nasheed. I know you guys don't like me talking about your daddy, but you guys are all on the same fucking Telegram. You guys are all in the same fucking Discord with the FBA cheat sheet about what to say, how to say it. You guys all think you're all fucking comedians, right? Y'all think you guys are all comedians. You guys are all cosplaying African accents. You guys are hilarious on here. I swear to God. Hold on, I got some guests, but let me finish my thought. I want to finish this thought I have because I'm trying to really get to this. Well, I'm gonna mute you guys real quick. Let me just finish this little thought I have. So, what I'm trying to say is, you can identify with the fucking bicycle for all I care. All right, I don't care how you identify. The problem I have is the exclusionary aspect. And it's not to say that we're not FBA, so we can't be in the club and we're mad because we can't. No. We're clearly saying we're not that. Even people within this ethnicity, African American, are saying we're not that. Even Black Americans who the new Black American term, when I say Black American, I'm meaning by race and nationality. There are people now that say Black American is a ethnicity, that Black American means non-foreigner, non-immigrant. I'm not talking those new Black Americans, the so-called Black Americans that are either FBA or indigenous to America. They're the ones that I gotta mute you guys because you guys got background noise. They're the ones who are pushing that people that are born here or naturalized here from the Black diaspora can't be Black Americans, that we're trying to cosplay them, that we're trying to undermine them by trying to be them. So I'm telling you, legally, that on the books, maybe socially, maybe in your own circles, but again, I don't care how you do it, how you pronounce, how you present yourself. Just when you start excluding people from being like something like a broad term, like a Black American, is disingenuous and not going to be tolerated. You know what I mean? FBAs, you can be an FBA. The only people that I'm kind of I hear a lot of background noise, guys. The only people that I do feel like educating about this stuff is people that are just coming into these circles and getting misinformed about what FBA is all about, because you guys get the youth and the elders that listen to some of this nonsense, and they don't know the full story. They don't know how these people with this ideology think and act towards other people. But with that, let's go ahead and introduce the new guest here. Des, welcome to the panel. Can I get your race, your ethnicity, where you're from?
Yeah. Nah, what's up, brother? I'm black, 25. My father Black American, mother Ghanaian. So I seen this topic, I seen this prompt, and it kind of intrigued me a little bit. Like it kind of intrigued me. So I've been like, you feel me? I've been going back and forth with FBA for a minute about this whole shit because they got problems with bi ethnics too. So it's a whole thing going on. You feel me? But my whole thing is like, I will say this, like, when it comes to ethnically separating yourself for certain benefits and certain things that are deemed necessary towards your specific ethnic group, I don't find a problem with that. You get what I'm trying to say? For like political purposes, like AKA reparations, AKA housing discrimination, mass incarceration, things that have specifically affected on large like ethnic Black Americans, African Americans, however you want to call it, people who could trace their ancestry in America to chattel slavery in America. So you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes, Des, yes, and I forgot to mention that part that a lot of this delineation is for this check for a bag, and I don't think Tariq Nasheed is doing in the best interest of all Black people. Like we already have
He's a
clipped his
grifter,
ass.
but the message
I
still
know. So
stands.
we got to understand the people that trademark a lineage, right? Trademark this stuff where there is some kind of like profit that like if he like I was saying earlier, he can legally anybody that's misrepresenting FBA or using it without his permission. I know he's not checking people right now because he wants as many people on board, but he can legally go around and tell people, take that FBA. If you're selling clothing, FBA or hats or mugs, and he's thinking that you're not doing it right, he can legally tell you to stop doing it, stop using his branded lineage. Okay,
But do you know his message has spread so far now to the point where there are people identifying as FBA that don't listen to the Tariq Nasheed. They might
right,
parrot his talking
yes,
points and his rhetoric,
yeah,
but it's a clear point. Like it's a shared sentiment amongst ethnic what do you call it, African Americans, Black Americans, whatever you want to call it. It's a shared sentiment that's rising now,
right.
and the xenophobia is disgusting, of course. And we don't want to engage in diaspora WARs. And there are
Yeah,
definitely bad faith actors like there are in every ethnic group, right?
I got you, Des. And
So
let me just say,
yeah.
Des. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Des?
Yes, sir.
Let me just say, Des. Okay, the biggest issue, the biggest thing with this is either they call themselves Black American by what their definition is, that it's an ethnicity, or the FBAs, right? We have people within those circles who claim not to have any African ancestry. Okay, if you
I'm
want that,
anti-pretendian. I'm anti-pretendian.
You're the top. You said you're the top pretendian.
No, I'm anti-pretendian.
Oh, you anti? I thought you said I'm the big stepper.
Nah.
All right.
Anti-pretendian.
Either way. All right, listen to me. Either way, there are some people that are calling themselves these ethnicities, calling themselves this race and nationality, and are not part of that transatlantic slave trade, which was what that crimes against humanity thing was all about, which was attached to reparations, which the United States voted no on. All these groups that are jumping into these identities, right? That they're allowed to do, but the pushback is you just gave me the example. If it's for these causes, I understand, but they're attaching themselves to these causes at the same time, not claiming any of that ancestry. So you see that problematic. You see how that's problematic, Des?
Oh no, for sure. I think the whole pretendian identity, and I think the whole Aboriginal American, like there were slaves brought on ships that mixed in with native Black populations. It sort of you can't bring Hotipery into politics. It doesn't mix. It's like water and oil. And I agree with you, but that's something that ethnic Black Americans we got to solve in house. You get what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
Like,
I see that in-house thing because I've been I'm my ethnicity is. Give me a second. Oh, my bad. I had to take a call. I forgot my thought process. God damn it. I was just gonna say that.
the
Yeah,
in-house
just
thing.
yeah, the in-house thing. I've been told, I'm not FBA. I'm not Black American. You know what I mean? So, but these in-house things have ripple effects throughout the diaspora. I even see it within the in-house thing. People claiming 100% FBA, and then there's a multi-generational different types of FBAs. There's ones that are biracial. There are other bi ethnics like yourself, Des, and these things have ripple effects. That's what I'm trying to say. So the in-house thing is not going to work. It's not going to work itself out. You feel me? You're not going to be able to check your own people, and not you personally. I'm just saying it's such a big such a big burden to put on your shoulders for that. And I think that a lot of it is problematic. But again, we're just sticking to the facts. We're just sticking to what we see in the sense of in the Black diaspora and people that are born here and raised here and that are Black and American. Again, that's the sense that what I'm talking about. But these are like the diaspora wars or whatnot, and we're gonna have this little back and forth, little tip by tip kind of thing, especially the way that these narratives are being portrayed by FBAs, because they are coming out with things that Africans have said about them, how Black immigrants have said it. It's FBA versus everybody right now, right?
But yeah, it's delusion because let's remember, the Civil Rights Act of 1965, it passed. There was only a small minority of Africans in America before that. And I will admit to this, and I've talked to many xenophobic FBAs and pretendians that live in places like Arkansas, that live places like, even Wyoming, which already has a surprisingly low Black population. There's FBAs over there too. And I've seen these people get on panels and spread xenophobic rhetoric about Africans. You've never met an African in your life. Maybe a Jamaican, maybe this, maybe that, but definitely not an African. Not there. Like, we've owned, so you get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, a lot of it is just you're listening to it in a vacuum. Promise muter, please. You got background noise. But
yeah, thanks for being patient. Promise, I'll get to you.
My cousin in Ethiopia is starving. Please help.
Oh my God! Oh, hey, you gotta calm down. I'm gonna disconnect you if you don't stop it with that. Crazy.
Yeah, that's a Sudanese girl. Like, listen, I'm not getting into Hornet issues, but definitely.
But yeah, I understand. Like people that don't live around Africans, how they have so many of these experiences.
Yeah, no, they get online
they're having
and,
these experiences.
it's a parasocial thing.
Yeah, on
you know
TikTok.
What I'm trying to say? Is a parasocial,
yeah.
Like online thing. Like you got to remember, like there's a lot of uneducated people that get online, see certain videos, and run with certain narratives. You get what I'm trying to say? Like even me, like when I hop into African TikTok, like, and I see like East Africans going at it with West Africans, Horners going at it with Bantus, and you get what I'm trying to say? Like Habeshas, this, that, South Africans and the rest of the continent. So
yeah, most definitely. I understand.
So you get what I'm trying to say? Like
understand.
it's all an echo chamber where if you're not nuanced and you don't listen to the other side, you won't get the full picture. Of course, there's ignorance in every single ethnicity. There's ignorance in every single racial group. But that shouldn't, like, we shouldn't be getting in these parasocial relationships where we're seeing people who are a loud minority. We see people that are a loud minority and we take it as sort of this generalization of a whole group of people. Like,
I
that's a
agree.
rhetoric we can't be spreading to. Because let me tell you, like, one last thing before I land my plane. There's two other people on the panel. I'm gonna let them talk. Like, cause the whole, like, on my side of TikTok, what I've been on, the whole Pan-African movement, the whole pro-black movement is breaking down very quickly between UK Black Brits, Black Americans, Caribbean Americans, what do you call it, continental Africans, and because everybody has sort of taken this ethnic pride on before. Like, anytime they hear an insult about their specific their national identity or their ethnic identity, there's sort of this like you tend to like strip yourself of that pro-blackness or that pro-pan whatever pro-diaspora thing, and it happens all the time. So it's not just Black Americans. It's everywhere.
Here's the thing, Des. Here's the thing before I move on to Promise. I think that the complication aspects to this is that what I was saying before. I think it's a big confusion when they hear FBAs or people that are extreme, right? Or the Blagas, for instance, right? And they equate these people with the rest of Black people in America. You know, they think these are this is how the Black people in America think. So that's what we got to get away from, to, like you said, just stop generalizing all people. And I think a lot on social media right now, where we do have those narratives that are just ran, you know, I think that's what the problematic behavior about that is, and not informing people that not everybody thinks like that. Because again, a lot of Black immigrants are getting a lot of shit from different ways. If it's not TPS, if it's not, you know, the immigrant issue, it's also all the other demographics of minorities here that are also can be picking on them or you know, displaying some kind of discrimination or some xenophobia as well. So these are the dimensions that I think a lot of demographic groups do get. Black Americans in particular, though, you know, that are at the whim of like everything that's casted, you know, and looked down on because of immigrants that are uninformed about the historical injustices, you know, and just kind of see them as a stepping stool. But let me move on to Promise. Thank you, Des. Just stick around. We'll have an open panel. Promise, thanks for being patient. Can I get your race, your ethnicity, where you're from, please?
Yes, I'm a Black American from America.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I just have one question. Why is it that no one ever wants for Jamaicans to call themselves African Jamaicans, Trinidadians to say you're African Trinidadian, Barbadians to say you're African Barbadian? I don't think that there's anything wrong with having differences between us. I don't think that recognizing difference is a bad thing. I don't think that seeing color or differences with different nationalities and culture is a bad thing.
You don't think what exactly? Pointing it out or the stereotypes behind them?
Oh, we don't care about stereotypes because I know the truth. 83% of Black Americans are middle class. I'm one of those people. But I don't see what's so wrong with just being a Black American and being proud of that and saying, okay, you're Ghanaian, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry, or like you're from this country, you're from that country. We're all here in America and we all have our own races and cultures. I don't understand why it's such a pressure for Black Americans to not be proud of who they are.
So back again, Promise. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and a lot of the hate is just jealousy. And it's really, really funny. And then some people, if they have like a inferiority complex, they'll be like, okay, who does white people push down on? Oh, sorry, YT people push down on because they think this is their country. Okay, they push down on them. So let me push down on them because it'll make me feel, and it doesn't work like that. I know that we know this country like the back of our hands. And we know how it works and we know how they actually think. None of that matters. But I'm just getting back to there is nothing wrong with everyone being different and being proud of who they are. I don't have to say that me and you are the same to appreciate who and what you are.
Okay, I got you. And I could see how you want other nationalities to proclaim their Africanness, just like you or Black people in America are forced to say African American. I
And
think
we
that was your
and
first
we are
point.
forced because if you look back at the census, they did call us Indian, which is why. And I'm not getting into that Indian stuff. I don't have too much information on it. I do know that they just federally recognized 2 black tribes again because black people were here before slavery too. But I don't even want to get into all of that. I don't dive into
Okay.
Africans'
Let me.
business. It's not my business what
Okay.
Africans and Caribbeans call themselves, and it's not for me
Okay.
to tell them what to
I
call
hear your
themselves.
promise. I hear your promise. And I would say the same thing, that it's not our business to go around and tell black people in America who they are as well, right? So we can speak for our individual selves and maybe our community, right? But we can't speak for everyone here in America. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I feel like Black American, when people say that and don't include other people that are included in that, in the broad aspect, which I have here on my prompt, right? I have that Black American is a race and a nationality. So anyone born here or naturalized here from the Black diaspora, it doesn't matter if they're Nigerian, East African, from the Caribbeans, and they're born here or naturalized here, they are considered Black by race and American, obviously, by their nationality. So when we try to say Black American and it's its own thing and it's an ethnicity and it's a lineage,
It is.
we're kind of falling into the FBA kind of mentality where they are trying to. Well, I'm saying it may be socially, right? Maybe in your circles it is, but everybody knows it to be something broader. You know what I mean?
No, because
Promise.
I mean, I don't know what you mean, and I don't mean any
And I'm.
disrespect. I
Mhm.
don't know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Okay.
Just that'd be like me being born in Ghana because my mom was an immigrant there, and now I'm just like, I'm not. I wouldn't be, and I wouldn't have any rights to any of their history, any of their lineage, any of their culture. I would simply be a Black American girl who was born there, who is participating in the culture, and that's
Okay.
okay.
There are African. I think maybe Ghana is one of them. If you're born there, you do have a right to be naturalized and born there and call yourself a Ghanaian.
I wouldn't
But
though, because I wouldn't even be accepted by like I was born.
only by nationality, and you can't say that. They do accept people. They do accept African Americans, right? But you're not an African American, so I don't know if that would count because you're indigenous to these Americas.
I
So
just said I'm
again,
Black. I'm a Black American, like a real Black American. I'm not.
so
I'm not
that's
from the
what I'm
African
tackling.
diaspora.
Promise. That's what I'm tackling right now. What's a Black American?
I don't think
There,
that you
there
should
there's
tackle it
no.
because we're different. We're very different, sir. We're very
Okay.
different.
Okay, and promise, all I want you to know is I don't care how you identify, right? If you want to say it's an ethnicity, you're
It's
the
not
real
an.
Black
It's not
American.
an
No,
identity. It's
listen though,
for
promise.
real.
Promise. It's not real because you said it is, or it's so it will become. Like it's just I'm just giving you the like government documentations, legality, giving the difference between
Can you show me the
nationality,
government documentations
race,
and the
and ethnicity.
legality?
Well, you want me to show you where Black people?
I
What
want
do
to
you want?
show
What do
you
you want?
how me and a Nigerian become the same race, or become the same race and ethnic group and
So
the same people because they
So
came to this
promise.
country.
A Nigerian can't just come over and do that. I said he has to be born here. He
I
has to
want to
be
know how
naturalized
a
here.
Nigerian who's born here, who doesn't have a
Uh-huh.
Black grandma, Black American grandma, Black American grandpa, uncles, cousins, been here for 500 years and some plus. I want to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how we would be the same.
Okay, America is known to self-identify. Promise, you know that, right? We're not like
Unfortunately, have
we're not just
Jewish and
given
white
an
mixed in
identity.
us.
We're not the same.
I know, and there's
Hold on,
nothing wrong
Kajal.
with that. I think that every single group is beautiful, but we're just not the same.
Yeah, we're not the same.
Okay, promise.
Y'all
Promise.
definitely
I
don't
just
come
have.
from
I
the
just.
Nile.
Hold on, sisters, hold on. So promise, right now with the people claiming indigeneity to America, these people say that they were reclassified as Black people. They were reclassified as Negroes, reclassified as African, reclassified as black.
That's a fact.
They
That's
think
on
black.
paper.
Okay, if it's facts, then
Good.
then black is a misnomer to you. You shouldn't even be identifying with black. You are
We
indigenous to
love
this
being
land.
called black.
You
We're
should have
bliggity black, baby.
no,
We're
no, no,
Negroes. We're
Good.
Negroes.
no.
We're copper
Promise
colored
you were.
Negroes.
If you just agreed with me that you were reclassified by the white man, if it's a misnomer, if it's something that your people were just given labeled, okay, it's not of your own. You are indigenous. You have a tribe. You have a language. You have something else to connect with. So maybe this isn't your conversation, because I'm only talking to the people that full cold-heartedly believe that they're black and believe that they're African. You know what I mean? Promise.
But the thing is, I don't believe y'all come from. I don't believe y'all like y'all
Khaja,
mix.
I need you.
Right.
Khaja, hold on, sister. Promise. Do you understand what I'm saying though? Maybe this isn't the space for you.
You're right. And we'll just have to agree to disagree. And like I said, I believe all races and ethnicities are beautiful. My boyfriend's freaking
I
Cameroonian.
do
I'm just
too.
saying we different. That's
There
it.
you
Y'all have a
go,
good night.
girl.
Y'all have a good night.
This
You're
is
not.
wild, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray for you. Promise. You feel
Because
me, sister? You good? You
am I
good?
prejudiced to you?
No, not at
Like, what
all.
is
I
the
just feel like a
deal?
lot of these mindsets. I just feel like a lot of these talking points are coming from very like people that don't have our own best interests and only create more
I
confusion
really only care
and
about
more
Black
like.
Americans' progress, honestly. And I like I don't care. Y'all have a good night.
So you know all Black Americans don't relate to being indigenous here. That some know they have
But
African
you're
ancestry.
not African. Okay.
Kaju, are you talking about me, Kaju?
Yes. Yes. What country are you
You don't
from?
even know me.
What
You don't
country are
even
you
know
from?
me.
Okay. Okay.
No, sister, that's not how shit works on my panel. You have to introduce yourself with your race, your ethnicity, and where you're from. Go ahead, unmute. You can't wait to talk and start interrogating people. What's your race? What's your
interrogating.
ethnicity? What's your
I'm
race? What's your
Sudanese. I'm
ethnicity?
American Sudanese. I told you.
American Sudanese. Okay, so I got
You sound
your
Somali.
nationality. I got your ethnicity, but what's your race? Are you white? Are you black? Are you Native American? What are you?
Is she Arab?
Race?
Yeah. Are you from here? Are you from America?
I don't have a race.
She Arab.
Okay, hold
I
on.
promise you, she thinks she's Arab.
Hold on, Des. Hold on. So are you in America right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have to identify with a race. You know what I mean? So which one do you check? Do you put other?
Other.
You put other. Okay. So you don't identify with being black.
Nope.
Right? Gotcha. So you said you're Somali?
No, you sound Somali.
Oh, what'd you say then? What'd you say?
I say you
Sudanese.
sound
You said
Somali.
Sudanese. You said Sudanese,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So what would make you think that I'm not African?
You do sound Somali. You're Somali.
So I'm not Somali, but
You
salam
are.
alaikum. I'm not. I love Africans. They hear you and they just know off the bat. They just know you sound like an FBA when they go, you don't sound like an African. Like they go, you don't sound like a Black American. I swear, some of
your voice. I don't know
Africans are
something
no
about
better
your
than
voice.
some of these FBAs. All right. But get out of my voice and my tonality and how I speak and how I articulate myself. Just speak on the prompt, sister.
You
please.
said I don't know
Speak
you.
on the prompt. You don't know me. You've never heard me before, so you don't know me.
Yeah.
But do you have anything to say, Kaji, besides telling me I'm not African?
I don't know. I don't even see you on your profile. I don't know what you are.
Go ahead.
So,
Do you want to speak on the prompt though? I mean, we're not here for the. Go ahead, my Sudanese sister. Go speak on the prompt. You want to read it?
what ethnic group are Black people again?
The African Americans. They can also be known as Black Americans. You know, by the
So
definition I'm giving up here.
what's the problem?
How old are you, Kaju?
19?
She's lying. That's a kid.
Oh, yeah, she definitely.
She's a kid. She's a kid.
All
That is
right,
a
all right.
kid.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I am East African. I don't know if I told you, Des. I'm Eritrean, and
I could hear it in your voice. Trust me.
there you go
You got
again with hearing it in your voice. What
yeah,
does
yeah.
that mean?
No, y'all got a certain tonal. Like I don't know what it
Stop
is.
it.
It's like a Weasley,
Stop it.
it's a Weasley sort of tonal. Like I could hear it. Like
What the
like I got
fuck?
Somali homies, I got Ethiopian homies, I don't really got Etrian homies, but I got this one Bagara Arab homie. Like y'all got this Weasley type of thing going on in y'all voices.
I'm a
Definitely
little
hear
sick. My nose, my little nasal is kind of like, you know, maybe that's what it is.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna let the sister above me speak.
Yeah. It's my sister. Welcome up. Welcome back.
Hey, bro. I haven't been in your live in months. How are
I
you?
know. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. I came on my this account is like I got hella warnings on this account. Can you still hear me?
Yeah,
I
we
just
can
got
hear you.
I just got a violation because I'm not showing my hands. I gotta keep showing my
Oh,
hand
wait.
or
It wants
something.
your face. It wants your face on here?
It wants my face or body, like it wants my body on there, or it restricts me. But anyways, this account is like
Why?
highly restricted. Like I'm on my last leg, but I try to use my backup account more often. But that's where I've been. But yeah, I've been chilling. I've been all right. How have you? How have
Oh,
you
good.
been?
You saw Mexico won, right?
Hell yeah, you already know. You already
But
know they're going
Eritrea
against
didn't make it.
they hell no. Hell no. Yeah, Senegal lost today too. But yeah,
And
Mexico's going up.
Congo.
Oh, in Congo, yes, I saw that they were up 2-0.
They were up. Yes. No.
I don't know how they lost that.
Wait. The score was 3-2. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they won there was a penalty shot that they got for free or whatever. But yeah, Mexico's going up against New England, so that one's going to be a tough one. But it's going to be back in Mexico, so that's going to be on Sunday.
Ooh.
Did you see that brother on that team, the Julian?
See, let me.
What's his?
You know, watching football.
My black
Soccer.
Mexicans, my
That's
Afro
what.
Mexicans from my
That's
people.
what I was trying to say. Like watching football is like you're literally the people you're playing against is literally where they're from. Most of the players are literally Senegalese, Congolese, or Cameroonian. They're literally playing each other. It's like just that alone already. It's just I don't know. It's funny. The whole team is black. Sprinkle of one or two white teeth.
It's so funny how like England and like all these other teams, like except Argentina, but they all have like brothers in there. It's like you can see colonization playing at the peak, you know, where they get like the best teams from other countries on their squad.
Right.
It's almost like America for these high profile soccer teams. But yeah, like the guy, the black dude that plays on Mexico, he's Colombian actually. And he decided to move to Mexico when he was like 17. He got recruited to start playing in the Mexican club games or in the league, in the Mexican leagues. So it's like a subdivision from like the national team. And then he moved up the ranks, but then he naturalized there, got his citizenship there, and now he's playing. But you see a lot of people being like, well, he's not Mexican, you know? You kind of see a lot of anti-blackness too, even in Mexico. But it's a small percentage, you know. It's not how Mexican people feel in entirety, like making these generalizations like me and Des was talking about. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to tune in, and I'm with my family watching them. It's pretty special. But go ahead, sister.
My question is, the West Coast, you guys have a very high Habesha community. Is that a popular like mix? Because I know it's a lot of like Blasians on the West Coast because of obviously where it is. closer to the Asian countries. But is it like the same with like Eritreans and Ethiopians mixing with Mexicans? Is that like a popular thing over there?
No, I mean it's pretty unique to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And like the cultures are not so. There's my experience with meeting other Eritreans was actually at my university, you know,
Okay.
and so that's where I got to meet a lot of like Habesha people, like both Eritreans and Ethiopians do kind of like click up around those areas, whether it be like school or other like events like soccer, like they have soccer events in San Jose and stuff like that, San Francisco and the Bay Area, where these communities do come together. And I'm only talking about Ethiopians and Eritreans because that sometimes that can be a conflict too, even between those two ethnicities. Even though they're so much alike and all that, there are differences and there are like little beefs, you know, because of what's happening back home. But the Mexican and Eritrean mix, I haven't seen. I've met one other guy on TikTok that was Mexican and Eritrean, and I forgot to add him while he was on my panel, so I haven't talked to him since. But that's the only. And when the FBAs hear this shit, it's like I'm their worst nightmare. I'm the East African / Mexican. You know, like they're astonished about how these people could have even met or connected. But no, I don't. I don't see, unless in the Bay Area where these communities are like living alongside each other by coincidence. I don't see it like happening. You know what I mean? Well, but I think she dropped.
Yeah, no, I definitely felt that. God damn, I'm on the East Coast, so you got every type of mix. I ain't gonna lie. We don't have a lot of Habesha people. My head nurse, he's Tigrayan, but besides that, and we got like maybe 3.
Your head
Ethiopian
nurse?
restaurants. Yeah, my head nurse, he's Tigrayan, and the nurse on my work at.
Okay, gotcha. Would he identify as Eritrean or Ethiopia?
He's from the north of Ethiopia. He
Okay,
identifies
gotcha.
with his ethnic group. Like he just hates the president of Ethiopia right now. Like he really hates the president of Ethiopia.
He hates the president of Ethiopia. Is that what he said?
Yeah, like he's actually glad like the Eritrean Tigrayans and the Ethiopian Tigrayans are linking up. Like
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So like there's
like
a lot of that stuff going on. Yeah. Because my aunt,
trust me.
my aunt hates she hates everything about Ethiopia. And I have some buddies like that too. But I mean it's not like they hate they just hate the regime. They hate the governments that have been, because they've been back and forth, they got their independence from them and stuff. So there's just a lot of built up tension from that history, but I feel like it's the younger crowds, it's like their children and stuff, like who don't really see a problem and are just trying to live and trying to just cooperate
Yeah,
with
no.
it. Like,
In order for Africa to move forward, I feel like a lot of these old ass people need to be put to the side. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, in order for Africa to move forward, like a lot of the uneducated older people gotta like take a step back real quick. Put all that tribalism aside, put all your history aside. We're not going for that. Like,
and it's
But do you know what that takes?
Yeah,
oh no,
I was
I
gonna
know what
say
a dictator. A dictator.
It takes religion to go away. It takes the older leaders to understand that they have been misled by other governments and by religion, and all of that needs to go away. And we need to come back to our source, which is us, the people, the land, the history,
sister,
the tradition, the culture.
Hold on, Amana, can I hold on, sister? Can you introduce yourself, sister? Do I know you?
I've seen her on a couple panels.
I'm Cushitic.
You're Cushitic. Wait,
Is this my
wait, you
Cushitic
have so many
sister?
different accounts. You have so many accounts, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God.
But this
Wait,
is
is this
my
my
real
Cushitic
name.
sister? Or are you my mom?
Yes, it is.
That-
It is. I am your mom. Yes.
Say no
She be
more.
coming
And
in.
by
She
the
be
way,
coming
this
in
is my
hot.
real
She be
name.
coming in hot.
You guys,
Let me.
Anak is my real name.
Anak, say no more.
Anak. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
but
nah, that's my
yeah,
pathetic
I
sister right
was
there. I'm a little
I
too.
was just gonna say, sister, it's kind of easier to say like we got to get religion and all this stuff. It's like when your grandparents,
It
when
is
your
easy.
parents.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's easy to
I
say.
know it's easy for us to go up and move out and think differently and all that. It's another thing of like getting our parents to convert. So sometimes, like that brother Des
Yeah.
says, you got to just cut off people. You know, if they don't work, if they're not gonna, help you evolve in the right way without carrying on a lot of this mindset. But if you're really connected with your family and by survival means, or like you really care about your families, and somebody really told me something really important. He's like, you either have to move out and live your own life, or you stay with your family and you live their life. And it's so true, about like how much
Hmm.
shit weighs if you really want to go up and make your own life, make your own family, or love your family so much that you stay and you kind of indoctrinated with these thoughts. But go ahead,
You're
sister. Sorry
indoctrinated.
to,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can't leave because you're so in debt. You're so like into it. It's like I get what you're saying, but I just feel like the Horn of Africa in an alternative world should have been so much greater and so much more advanced. And you know what I'm saying? And where we're at today is disappointing. It really is. And I think, honestly, I don't know if you believe in magic or not, but I really do think that the Arabs did magic on us. That's what I believe.
Is that why
Cuz
you hate Arabs,
something's
sis?
not going, something is not right.
Is that why you hate
Subhanallah.
Arabs? Nah, cause she hate. No, that's why I love her so much. Cause
I'm serious.
she hates Arabs just as much as me. Like I fucking hate Arabs
I can't
with a
stand
burning
them, bro.
passion.
I think
Yeah.
for them it's like, even when they talk about Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, it's the disdain that they have. I don't know. It's like, who taught you this? Like, was this passed down from your father's father to like talk bad about Horn of Africans? It's just, I don't like the way they are. I just don't like
Is
anything
there
about them. And also,
is there a way to
the whole religion
appreciate that
thing.
without turning evil, though, sister? Is there a way we can appreciate
I
that, like even like
understand
the
you, but look, okay, but can I just say one thing? And the reason why I think
yeah.
the way that I think, before the civil war in Somalia, right? Somalia was still a Muslim country, granted, right? But there were Somali Jews, there were Somali Christians, there were Somali spiritualists. Not everybody was a Muslim, and that was okay. People were living together. There was a lot of cohabitation going on, right? Nobody had any problems with it. But as soon as the war happened in 1990, it's almost like a switch went off and everything just turned dark. And it was like, oh, now you have to wear this. Everybody has to be Muslim. You can't leave. If you're a woman, you can't leave your house without your hijab, or you have to wear this, you have to wear that. This is something new. So I'm talking about an era where my mom fled and left and came to Sudan, met my father, who's Eritrean, in Sudan, and they both came to Canada. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're
Or
like
no?
they're like, let's get up and leave and start our new life. Eh?
Yeah, but
Is
the
that
whole
what the
point
Canadians
is
say? Eh?
after the Civil War is when things got serious, and we're talking about a time where the Khaliji, what are they called? The United Emirates, the Saudis. I don't know their names.
Mm-hmm.
But this is when, they were getting rich off of the oils and stuff like that. So I don't know. There's a lot of correlation there. The
I
same
hear
thing
you,
happened with
sister.
Iraq, Iran. It was never that religious. They were still Muslim, but then it became serious after the 90s.
And I'm not. I
Yeah.
think I told you like on my mother's side, they trace back to the Sahel, right? They're like House of Fulani.
Yeah.
Like, as we were talking that whole Afro-Asiatic talk and that whole bullshit. But yeah, even with the Sahel, the Arabs, even with the Western Saharan expansion
For what?
is it's been very, very troubling because they displaced a
Yeah,
lot of tribes that come in and basically indoctrinate the
absolutely.
Fulanis from Mauritania and
Yes.
Niger, and then they come into northern Nigerian territory and all these other places, and you have a lot of uneducated people that don't know their history or don't know the difference between a Fulani that's been living in your
Mm-hmm.
community for like, let's say, the last couple hundred years, compared to indoctrinated Fulani or a Tuareg or a Coptic that comes in and pretends to be Fulani and causes trouble. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Point blank, period. I
But
hate the
but
Arabs.
the most interesting part for me is, and the part that makes me so angry, is the fact that there's so many of us compared to the fucking Arabs in Africa. If we wanted to, we could fuck them all up. But what is holding us back? Religion,
Poverty,
morals,
tribalism.
being fearful. Again, another thing, and this is why, maybe a lot of people don't agree with me, but this is why I left Islam. And I think religion is complete BS. Because why should I be fearful of other human beings?
But
For
like,
what?
but yeah, in order to unify, like, because even think about this, because now, like the whole only I feel like when it comes to like this sort of the Arabs are like probably the biggest threat to Africa. I feel like only Horners and Sahelians are able to understand that.
Yep,
People
exactly.
from Central, West, and Southern,
They
they
don't know
don't
what's going
really
on.
they don't they don't understand the reason why we have
The
a lot
Europeans
of
are taking
conflicts.
advantage of them,
Yep,
mind you. So they're in a
yep.
whole different
Like look at Trump. Look
situation.
at Trump's bullshit when he said like, what do you call it? Is a Muslim on top of Christian attack? And then anytime I'm like informing like anybody that doesn't know about that region, like, yo, bro, like you don't even know the difference between a Tuareg and a Fulani. I'm not gonna break it down to you because you're
Mm-hmm.
listening to a 80-year-old man, like the same people who divided Africa with warring ethnicities that didn't even know how to split Ethiopia right to make sure that what do you call it, the Tigray people were in one country. The same
And the
people that
Somalis were in. They also split Somalia too. The
Somalians
Ogaden,
up
which is
too.
one of the largest tribes of which now is a part of Ethiopia because of the line that they drew.
The
That
Berlin
they drew.
Conference, the way they split it up. So you
Yeah.
guys keep on listening to people that don't know about Africa and y'all wrong with it. So like I don't know, or that don't even like take the time out their day to research maybe even different parts of the world. So I don't know. Like in my eyes, like I think we finally reached this stage where it's fuck it. Like just bring a dictator in. Just bring a
Mm-hmm.
dictator in. Let
You know
somebody like
what?
unite the country, unite the continent, and let's just go from there. Like unalive a couple leaders, bad apples, cowards, whatever
No,
it is,
listen.
and
For a fact, that needs to
like
happen
yeah,
because the Somalian president, I don't know about the Ethiopian ones, or the Eritrean one. I think he's a good president, but I think they don't like him because he doesn't want to abide by their rules. He doesn't follow no rules. He's like, you can't tell me what to do. Whereas the Somalian one, he's being
hmm
bought out. They're paying him. I can't stand that fucking small bitch. Somebody needs to catch him. Let me not say it on TikTok, please.
nah, you
We
good.
love
Like
TikTok shop,
we love TikTok shop.
but
hmm
but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. These fucking Arabs. Every day I think, you know what I think about? What if
Mm.
Somalia was never Muslim? What if we were never a Muslim country? What if we stuck with Waqafina, Horus, Amun Ra, the sun god? What if we just stuck with what the fuck we had? Right? I asked
Yeah.
ChatGPT. You know what ChatGPT said to me?
What is that, sister?
If that was the case, it said if that was the case, Somalia would be like Bali today.
100%.
A place of harmony, peace, where people come together, meditation, because that's what we were all about before.
Yep. Trust me, I went
Now
through.
everybody what?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, 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 no. I was saying that that's 100% right. I like to think about like a Sahel without Islam all the time. I literally do. And when I realized what's killing us the
See how
most,
beautiful our countries, our lands would be. And you know how beautiful
mm-hmm,
the Sahel is? The Sahel is so beautiful. It looks like, you know, the Sahel, I seen a picture of a bunch of camels somewhere near water, and it was like a lot of caves. And this
mm-hmm,
was, I don't know if it was Niger or Chad. It could have been one of the two.
mm-hmm.
Or maybe the Sahel. That's the Sahel, right?
Yeah, that's like more Eastern, like wait, Central South, Central South. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Like, oh, like my Sahelian identity, it traces like everywhere from Niger, northern Nigeria to even like
Uh-huh.
like yeah. Oh,
Okay, so
got
the
your vibes.
picture that
Yeah.
I saw was somewhere in Niger, maybe Chad, if I'm not, confused. And it was a bunch of camels around water. There was a lot of caves, and it looked so biblical. It looked so beautiful. Imagine if we never had these dirty, stinking Arabs coming into our I still can't believe that our people are Muslim. Like, I still can't believe this shit. I'm still scratching my head.
Yo. Nah, I got you. I got you vibes. Just all right. I'm not let's introduce Toyota real quick. Toyota, how you doing?
What's up, boss man?
Can't complain. Let me get your age, ethnicity, race, and you
I'm
can
one
answer
of
the
the
question.
dirty Arabs she's talking about.
Yeah, let me get you before. Just introduce yourself before you talk.
You sound Somali. You don't even sound Arab.
No, I am Arab. I was actually born in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. So
Oh,
let me get your
okay,
age.
good. You're a dirty Arab. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what you call me, right? It's
Let
not
me
a
get
big
your
deal. It
age,
doesn't matter.
race, ethnicity, and then you may contribute to the discussion. Cause yeah, I like to
I'm,
talk to you too.
I'm 35 years old, and you cannot blame any race or anything in your action or anybody's action. You are free. Africa
He's
is
not an
beautiful.
Arab. He's Somali. I can tell by the accent.
كيف
You're
تحكي أنا صومالي؟
Somali.
أنا
Stop
بقول لك
saying
أنا
that you're
واحد
Arab.
عربي. أنا
Okay,
واحد
okay.
عربي.
Give me a second to knock.
No,
Okay, so
that
what's your racial
Somaliak hai.
identity? Toyota, what's your racial identity?
So I was born in Dammam, Saudi Arabia.
But what's your racial identity? There's East Africans and West Africans in Saudi Arabia. They're not all Arab.
No, I am actually.
You're ethnically Arab.
Yeah, I'm Arab from Saudi
What is your
Arabia.
ethnicity? You're Somali. You was born in Saudi Arabia, but you're Somali. Why are you ashamed?
Why am I Somali? I'm never ashamed.
Are you ashamed of being Somali?
Why am I Somali for? Somalis are Arabs.
Oh
No,
my
we're
God!
not
There we
Arabs. We're
go.
Kushites.
I'm
We're black
serious.
people.
No,
You
I
are a
have a lot of Somali.
Somali and you want to be an
Wallahi, I'm
Arab.
not.
Go ahead.
Sister, relax.
Why
Let the
she's
brother,
mad? Dang
let the
it.
Yeah.
brother,
Let
the
him
brother
talk.
respond real quick.
So that's what I think. Blaming everybody else, like, listen, I came to America for about 15 years, but I love Africa more than Saudi Arabia. I'm actually, if you click in my name,
Sorry. Calm down, sister.
I was in Ghana. You know what?
Toy, did you introduce yourself? Toy,
Yeah, my
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Toy, you hear me?
What's up, boss?
Did you introduce yourself?
Yeah,
Did you introduce yourself, brother?
my name is
Can I
Mo
get you? Can I get?
Mohammed,
Okay.
born in Dammam, Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Welcome to the
Yes.
panel, brother. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying, like, I went to Africa myself, and I saw the Africans, and there's a lot of opportunity. I went to a country called Ghana for 3 times already. That's after I got my American passport. You know what I mean? Just in case they won't let me back. And it was so beautiful. People are so peaceful and nice. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of opportunity, but they don't have enough money over there. So Ghana is a nice, like, African country, but you cannot blame Arabs for everything. Well, you can pray that United Arab Emirates for destroying Sudan and Somalia. She's right about that, and I hate them for that shit. because all the gold they have. You know what I mean?
The problem is with Ghana specifically, the problem isn't the fact that they have all these natural resources, but with West Africa period, ECOWAS is a major thing that's going on, and which is basically their economic system that is failing them, and politicians that are corrupt end up going into ECOWAS, funneling money laundering and building houses in Europe and leaving the country after their presidency.
Yep.
Like even look at Akufo-Addo in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Like look, he took a loan from the World Bank. He gave his daughter $1 million. He bought a house in Europe while Ghana was going through a major recession during the what do you call it, the COVID crisis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you get
but
what I'm saying?
Africans
And even
waking
with the
up right now.
gold,
They're waking up right now.
yeah, but
You
my,
know?
my problem is that like when we talk about that, like we could say like all of Africa is beautiful. Every country has its beauty in it.
Yeah.
Every country, especially African countries, they all have their beauty. But when we're talking about simply that, like what my sister above me is saying, Anak, is that like there's this glaring issue that like Sahelians
Yeah.
and Horners see is happening. We're not saying every Arab is involved with it, but yes, your governments have always they've weaponized Islam to turn Africans against other Africans.
I don't know. Okay, can I ask you a question, sir?
Okay.
Look, for Gaddafi in Libya, when Obama was the president, Gaddafi, he said, I want to cut the American dollar off and have a united gold for Africa itself. What America done to it, Obama done to him, he killed him right away, right?
Unalive. You got to say unalive. Be careful with your language.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm new to this stuff. And I live him right away. And nobody's talking about it. But now they're bringing that up. You know, it's not about, I swear in all my kids, it's not about color. Before Islam started, when the Prophet Muhammad, they were running him out of Medina, you know what Prophet Muhammad said? Go to Africa, to the church. And the church in Africa, the priest was black. He's like, he is fair and he's going to protect you guys. Without the church in Africa, there is no Islam. People don't understand that. And everywhere, like Christians and Muslims live together in harmony. But where is the gold is and uneducated and you know what I mean? And Russian, Islam got nothing to do with the war what's going on in here. Trust me, man. Nobody fight like kill innocent people in the name of Islam. And unalive. Oh my God, I keep messing up.
So are you
Yeah, no more.
familiar? I can't speak too much on. Let me speak solely. So you know who the Tuaregs are, and are you familiar with the Western Saharan expansion that Morocco started in the 1970s with northern Mauritania that's still going on today?
Not
Where
really.
they're claiming that some parts of northern Mauritanian land is technically theirs, and they're pushing indigenous Moroccan tribes that they don't perceive as Arab or too Islamified to the south of the Sahel. And they're intermixing with the Sunike, the Fulanis, all these tribes, but because the Fulanis, they share a distant kingship or lineage, they're like distant cousins. Like the Fulanis, I guess, have been more receiving towards them. They've indoctrinated some Fulanis, and now they're coming into certain Sahelian nations, and they're causing
taking over.
problems. Yeah, securing the Sahel is one of the main reasons why the AES was formed. Like the Sahelian Alliance.
Yeah. But
So
look at your hand. Your fingers are not the same in your own hand. You know, all these people using excuses to start wars with each other and take land and take money. They're
WAR, you got to
blind.
be careful with your language. WAR. I get what you're saying.
Oh my God, this is complicated, ain't it?
Yeah, like anything you might deem
That's
controversial or
crazy.
offensive it's sensitive.
Oh my God. So
Yeah.
I actually seen it with my own eyes. I actually seen like lighter skinned Africans having darker skinned Africans on chains in this
Where
like
have you
North
seen
Africa,
this? Where have you seen it?
like
Where have you seen it? What
in
country?
Libya,
What
what
country?
Libya.
He's talking about the African slave trade in Libya.
No, this is happening now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's happening because of the Arabs.
You know what I
Your
mean?
people are doing this.
They don't mean like the Arab is a language.
I understand that. But
Okay.
again, let me repeat myself.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why this is happening is because lighter skinned Arabs who are not perceived to be black are calling the shots, and they're paying other black people who might be considered Arab in the Arab world, but when we see them in the Western world, they are looked at as black people, right? So who's orchestrating the whole thing? Who is the manipulator? Who's giving the money?
It's the
I don't know.
leaders. Is the leaders, is the royal families, is the oligarchs.
Exactly.
Those are the people that are doing it. And
Yeah,
they're
but
using religion, they're using jihad, they're using Sharia law as a way to indoctrinate people. We see dark-skinned Hausa people
Right.
in the north of
So,
Nigeria screaming jihadi
right.
ideas. Like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. But you know what it is? Let me tell you something. Back up, right? This is all, it's like people are hypnotized to this thing called Islam. Like people feel like they need to give their lives to it, which is
it's
so
beautiful.
stupid and so dumb
It's
and so
perfect.
slow. No, it's not perfect. It's
It's
dumb.
perfect.
Because in this world, when you're born alone. When you leave alone. So how about this? Believe in your heart. Believe in your intuition. Understand that other people and what they say is not something that you should follow. Never.
I don't
Right?
know.
But you don't know that because you believe you've been indoctrinated, so that's what you believe in. But I will say this. When it comes to Libya, for example, Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Sudan made a pact, and they came to the North Africans and they said, please stop allowing our people to come to your lands. That way, we don't have to worry about what's happening, right? That way, our people won't get kidnapped, our people won't get used for slavery. Please just deny entry. That's what Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea, and Sudan did. Only because your Arab brothers and sisters, Toyota, cannot control themselves. They think they're bigger than God. They think they're better than everybody. But your time will come. Your day will come. Okay? Remember that.
We all gonna go one day. I'm just saying. Actually, that there's
Yes, sir.
you talking about the Nigerians saying Allahu Akbar and jihadist swerve and stuff. Maybe this is actually they found freedom. They were
Bro, hold on the pew pew to your
Freedom is hurting other
Oh
people.
nah, holding the
Freedom
pew
is
pew.
being dangerous to other human beings.
Have you seen
Some
the
people,
shit I've
some,
seen?
no,
They did no,
some,
hold on,
What the fuck is
Toyota.
wrong with you?
Give me 1 second. Holding a pew pew to an auntie or older woman's head, somebody that could be your mother, your
no,
auntie,
that's
and
cowardly.
that is sick. That is sick. Have you
That's
seen
what
the
they did
videos I've
in
seen?
Sudan.
Yeah, I see that
Remember?
Sudan.
And who was paying Sudan? The United Emirates were paying Sudan. And
But
what did the tribes in Sudan do to other black people in Sudan? And mothers and children? They unalived them. Did you see the video with the mom with her 3 kids begging them, please don't do this to me? And they still unalived her.
yeah,
Is
but
that
she was a
Islam?
Muslim. She was a Muslim.
What? Why
It
does that
doesn't matter what
matter?
she is.
Why does that matter? Yo,
She's a
Keo.
human being. What the fuck is your problem,
I
bro?
understand to tell you the one who did it is not a Muslim.
Yeah, he is a Muslim. He was
He can't
sent
be.
by the United Emirates. Yo, I don't give a fuck. Y'all need to leave. You listen, Arab, Islam, Muslim,
Listen,
Quran, all of you motherfuckers need to get the
You
fuck
see?
out of Africa.
Look,
they
And you
calm
found,
need to
down,
leave us the
sister.
fuck
Calm
alone.
Hold
down.
on,
We're
Bob,
tired of you.
Calm down.
they
Anak.
found,
I think.
go ahead.
Look. So I get the grievances with what happens with certain people within that demographic, within that religion, do things. You know, I had this prompt up here. I can't pull it up right now as big as I want because I have my other phone charging. But when we talk about get rid of Arabs, get rid of Islam, get rid of the people that speak Arabic, I mean, we coming down to this line of, you know, even African people still hold this religion, still. It's not all terrible for them, you know. It's how they practice their life, how they move within those religions. I mean, we can
It's
say the same thing
terrible.
about
It's terrible across
we
the
can say the
board.
same thing
There's
about
no excuses,
Christianity.
vibes.
We can still say the same thing about
Yes,
Christianity and people
okay.
that
No,
practice
but
Christianity and
Christianity
do what
doesn't
they
do what
do.
Islam
I
does.
just don't
No,
like
it
the
doesn't.
Islamophobia. I don't like the Islamophobia. And we
Wait,
still have brothers and
Anak,
sisters
no,
in Africa.
It's not about being Islamophobic. It's
Anak,
about being
hold
a
on.
realist.
You can call out the people that do wrong within Islam, you know, but to condemn
And it's
Islam
definitely
or to
the royal leaders is and we're calling out the royal families that definitely are not
I
pure
agree,
Muslims,
Des. I agree
and we're
with
calling out the
those.
presidents, and yeah,
Just like
like it's.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah.
Mhm. So
Hey,
what I'm talking
Des,
about is that like whatever type of African, like if you're on the continent of
I said that.
Africa,
Sorry.
regardless if you're on the continent of Africa, you are an indigenous
cutting off.
African, right? Yeah, you are. My fault. Like so, when we're talking about we see people putting religion before the continent. We're seeing people put their religious identity before their own neighbor. We're seeing jihadist T groups being funded by corrupt Arab leaders, and Arabs know this about their own leaders, but they don't call it out. Arabs know that you can grab somebody's passport. You could be a citizen in the UAE and grab somebody's passport and hold them under slavery because slavery is legal and nobody will stop you, even if you're an American national, which is crazy to me. And nobody stops
But you
them.
know what else?
And
But can I say one thing also just to rebuttal what you just said? Arabs also know that their ancestors were black. Arabs also know that their forefathers slept with black enslaved women from East
I
Africa,
love black women
right?
myself.
And that's how and that's why they are. Hold on, my fucking my headphones. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. They know that they are of mixed heritage, but they don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to talk about that, right? Why? I don't know. Obviously, because they don't want to be associated with black people. So what the royals did in the early 80s and 90s was that they started marrying English women, women from Poland, women from England, to kind of, make their what is it called? Their gene pool lighter.
dilute the African blood. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. If you look at the pictures of the Arabs in Saudi Arabia and all of the United Emirates, right? Back in the day, in the 60s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, if they came to America, they would be called the N-word.
You add sand to
And
it.
that's not even a lie. No sand. No sand. The sand is added now because now you guys are like brown tanned. Back then you guys were black, blue, black.
Listen, this
You'd be
color
considered
thing,
the N-word.
it's got nothing to
The
do.
grito. That's what they will call you.
If it's ain't brown, don't bring it around. That's what I say. Listen, all this,
You
all
sound
what you say.
stupid though.
No, it's all
Dumb as
right.
fuck.
Listen,
Weirdo.
let's say 90%.
And Toyota, I kissed the Kaaba 3 times.
That's beautiful. I wish I can do it. I did it
No,
twice.
it's not
only.
beautiful. You know why? You know what? Let me tell you why it's not beautiful. When I
Why?
kissed the Kaaba, in my mind, I asked God, I said, if this is not the real religion, take me away from this. And I went there with my mother, my sisters, my cousins, my uncle, and my brothers.
It's okay.
I
So,
said
so
to
you're an
myself in my
ex-Muslim.
mind, And I was nearly unalived while I was kissing the Kaaba. And in my mind, I asked God, I said, please take me away from this.
What happened to the mics?
I came to my senses. I left.
Anak, let's not talk about the yeah. Anak, let's move away from I understand Islam didn't work for you. Um and you know I definitely get where you're coming from, sister. I definitely do want more black people globally to put black forth, put our people before the religion, because the people who dominate these religions don't care about us as much. You can find spirituality in everything, but use it to help your own people out. I definitely do agree with that, but let's not attack Islam.
It's
I get
not,
where you're coming
guys. Mr. Dez, can I say something?
from.
Okay, listen. God does not look at us as, okay, he's white and he's black and he's Arab. He's
But there's
beyond that.
You don't know. You don't know who God is. Nobody knows who God is.
The
And God could be
Father.
a woman.
The
God could be
Father.
a man. God could be no gender.
So you have no God at all. Oh God, this is
I
getting
do,
worse.
but I don't believe that God is a man.
Toyota, I think the problem is that when you see a lot of former Muslims, like especially like a lot of former African Muslims,
Yeah.
like we come from tribes that were Islamified for hundreds, if not maybe 1,000 years ago. You get what I'm trying to say?
I
And
know.
we see the way Islam has been used to indoctrinate, has been used to turn us against each other, and has been used to like there are whole WARs in our country started because of Islamic governments, off of royal families, off of the UAE royal family, off of the Qatar royal family, off of the Saudi Arabian royal family, off of the the Iranians, the
I
Iranian
know, but
Ayatollahs. No, but you guys, like Arabs, do not call it out. You look at the
this
way you say free Palestine. Look at the way the whole Arab world screams free Palestine. People are setting themselves on fire screaming free Palestine. People are doing this and that and saying free Palestine. But they won't tell their governments to stop harassing black African Muslims on the continent.
yeah, in Nigeria, in
They won't
Nigeria,
stop saying the Western Saharan expansion was wrong. Let's clean up our mess. They won't say none of that. Like and yes, we can agree that there's a lot of problems facing the continent of Africa, but when we're talking about solely like one of the key issues affecting it, and I'm gonna drop this here because I can see the host wants to focus on this prompt instead, but I'm gonna leave it at this last point. Okay, but when we're talking about like I do believe spirituality saves people. I think some people need spirituality in order to be better human beings, in order to form communities, maybe even like build like
morals.
societies, like civility, all of that. I do agree that like sometimes people need spirituality in order to find their humanity, but when that same spirituality is causing you to harm one of your own, and is literally causing harm to like your region of the world, we got to ask, maybe this might not be, maybe we need to change the way we do things or the way we see spirituality, because the same people who share in our spirituality that might come from a different region of the world or identify as something different do not see us as brothers and sisters the same way they claim online. I see Hausa and Fulani people screaming free Palestine,
Okay.
but they would never post their brothers and sisters that are being held at arms by other people.
In Africa.
Yep.
And you never see Palestine screaming free Somalia, free Sudan, free our black people in Africa from the shackles of the Arabs and the Europeans. You never see that shit. I had an argument with a Somali the other day about free Palestine. I said, "Do you know that the Palestinians don't even care about you? They look at you like an abid. You're a zenji to them. You're a slave to them. They don't give a fuck about you. But you're out here, free Palestine. Shut the fuck up. Scream free Congo, free Sudan, and free fucking Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and all African countries. Period. And all black people across the board. The fuck? What is wrong with people?
Soon. Africa's waking up. Trust me, guys. Africa's waking up. I see it with my own eyes. You know, it's not like before.
Even me, like when I talk to Arabs, like the way they're so dense, the way they call me a bootlicker, the way they call me a Mossad agent and all of this, because I'm asking them like, okay, I still don't support what's happening to the children and the children, the innocence that's happening in Palestine, but like what my sister Knox said, like when are we gonna hear free Somalia, free Sudan, free Ethiopia, free Congo,
They don't
free the
care about
Sahel,
us.
free
It's,
like when are we gonna hear
They
that?
don't
And
care about
look,
us.
look.
Back up. They don't
There's
care.
when the genocide happened in Palestine, literally
The way
nobody.
they treat the way, hold on, let me say this. Hold on, back up. I don't want to say your whole name. Des, let me call you Des. Des, listen to me, right? The way they treat black Palestinians is so disgusting that even when I see other black people scream free Palestine, I think about black Palestinians and how they're treated by Arab Palestinians, right? You're not, they're not, what is it? They're not citizens. They're second citizens. The women, the black Palestinian women are treated so bad, where an Arab man will sit there and tell you, oh, I would rather have my daughter marry a black Palestinian man, rather than my son marry a black Palestinian woman, because the blood is not going to be good. This is what you can go. I swear I will send you the link. I
Stop
will
lying.
send you the link. This is on YouTube.
They are getting
It's
bombed.
on YouTube.
Nobody got time for this. I'm saying they
No, before.
they're
I'm
barely
not talking about now. I'm
surviving.
talking about before. Before. I'm
Come
not talking
on.
about now. This documentary came out 8 years ago.
Yeah. To listen. Even
It came out 8 years ago.
even
What are you
9/11
talking
because
about?
of Muslims, right?
Man, shut up.
Yeah,
Like I said,
it's
these
literally
Arabs
the
don't care
Arab.
about us.
It's an inside job. Come on, guys.
Toyota, there could be
What's up?
sellouts.
The fuck
Toyota, there
up.
could
I
no,
can't wait till I can't wait till Africans and black people wake up and beat the fuck out of Arabs and beat the fuck out of Europeans.
We have
You
more
need an
Muslims in
ass whooping.
Africa. We
You
have more
need an
Muslims in
ass whooping. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a
Egypt
fuck. You need to get fucked.
populations is
Egypt is
more
not
than
your
Africa
country.
itself.
Egypt is
Anad,
not your country.
Vibes.
Egypt is not your country,
Yeah, but
bitch.
they're Arabs.
You
Vibes, you ain't
enslaved
give me the
Egypt.
right to mute people up. I can't mute no.
They're Arabs,
I
though.
can't mute nobody up on Vibes. But hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm a mob, but I can't mute y'all. So I'm just asking y'all just to slow down a bit. Like, okay.
Apologize. I'm quiet.
Nah, you gotta knock. I just don't want you to get the live flagged, you know? But yeah. Like what we're talking about when we're talking about this whole Arab and what are the thing, like my key problem with Arabs, ethnic Arabs, are that like literally when we tell you guys our grievances as Muslims, like, you know, black Muslims, African Muslims, like
Nigga, what's up?
yo Vibes, you got to give me full moderator control, because I can't drop nobody, I can't mute nobody. It just says I'm a moderator. But
oh, I have to go back to my other friend. Why, is someone doing something?
yeah, the guy on top of me, he's being unruly.
Guy that just left now. The guy that
Yeah.
Sorry, I was in the
dropped.
bathroom.
Yeah,
I
he
just
just
got back. I just heard.
Nah,
you.
you're good. Yeah, like I don't have like full mod capability,
I
so
thought
I
I
can't mute
gave
or
it to
drop.
you. So you can mute people, but you can't drop
No,
them.
I can't mute or nothing. I think you gotta give me like,
Give me a second.
yeah. But yeah, Toyota. My problem is that like when the sister below you, she's telling you that she took a pilgrimage. She went to Mecca. She went to Medina. She kissed the Kaaba 3 times. This is I didn't even take my pilgrimage yet. So this is went through those whole steps and still realized that this is not going to benefit us as Africans. Like what we're going through in Africa. Oh my
What is that?
Yo, young. Oh,
There's another Arab
Thank you.
doing weirdo shit.
Thank you, Vibes. I can finally draw people. Thank you. But yeah, like Anak is telling you that she is literally a sister that was deeply involved in the religion and believed it heavily. When we're going through and when we're talking to you guys about like the reason why former Muslims or people that have grievances with Arabs feel the way they do, you guys always try to deflect it, and that's a problem, and it's
You can't.
disgusting.
It's how is disgusting?
It's disgusting because you're like, dude, we know that we know that there's sellouts in Africa. We know that there's corrupt leaders in Africa. We know that there's bad players.
Yeah.
But you take responsibility for your side too of the issue. You guys don't want to call your corrupt leaders out.
Yeah, fuck them.
Like you guys don't want to hold them accountable.
Yes, can I also say something to Toyota because he wanted to mention Egypt, right? So in
Yeah.
Egypt, you have Upper Egypt, you have Lower Egypt.
Yeah.
Upper Egypt is south in our language, right? It's south, south of
Yes.
Egypt, where all the black people live. The Aswani, the Nubians, you know, they live in the south of Egypt, right?
Mhm.
So when people go, especially when other black people go to the southern part of Egypt, and they say, I'm on the black side, I'm on the real side, I'm on the original side of Egypt where the original people live. Do you know these Arabs are so sick that they will cry in the comments. Oh, there's no such thing as black. We're all Egyptian. Oh, you cannot say this about us. Man, shut the fuck up. The whole time you've been talking about how you're not black, you don't belong to Africa, but yet you're in Africa. And knowing the history is also understanding that 800 years ago, these Arabs migrated to Egypt. They migrated 800 years ago. They're not even original to the fucking land. So the Aswanis and the Nubians who have been there for 20,000 years, now you want to act like you're equal? You're not equal. You're a dirty, stinking Arab, and you need to go back to wherever the fuck you came from, and you need
Back
to
to
leave
where?
us
Back
black
to where?
people alone.
Back to where exactly?
Go back to the fucking made up Middle East. It's not even Middle East. It's Northeast Africa. Go back to Northeast
Where's
Africa.
the money?
Wait,
We
hold
need
on,
to bring
y'all.
back
We got somebody new.
Queens.
Hold on. Owe just dropped. Damn. Never mind. Y'all can continue. Just
I'm gonna be honest with you,
Probably a
Des.
dirty Arab like him.
I'm gonna be honest. Look, you hear how she's talking to me, right? For example, you hear how she's talking. There's so much hate in her heart. I think God kicked
Hold
her out
on.
of Islam on
Hold
purpose.
on. Anak, like listen. Anak has been my mod for like a couple months. She's very passionate. She like Anak, just please, when somebody else's panel right now, like like when you're on my panel, I'll let you talk your shit for a certain amount of time, but let's be respectful towards other people over here, please.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I
yeah.
apologize. I'll be respectful. I'll be
Mhm.
calm. I won't cuss. I won't do none of that, right? But I'm just, just okay. So without cussing, I'll say what I want to say. The problem that I have and the reason why I'm so passionate and upset about this is because Islam and Arabs ruined my fucking country.
Keep blame the Islam and Arab. It's a big country, and you have the Christian part of it too. Even
Yeah,
the
no.
Christian.
Listen. Listen. When we're talking about Africa, like we're not trying to trauma dump on Arabs.
Yeah,
We're not
that's what
we're
I'm
not
saying.
we're not trying to trauma dump on Arabs. But when we're saying that like literally your leaders are a issue that we're still facing, people who have to share proximity to you because we share the desert, we're on the other side of the desert, it causes us harm. And
Yeah, I understand.
nobody, and we're all Muslim, but nobody seems to call that out when it's time to call it out. But when it gets time to call out, instead of focusing on your neighbors on the other side of the desert, who are also your Muslim brothers and sisters, we hear you supporting people in the Levant
In
all the time.
Palestine, for example, because they need a cover up to keep people busy, so they can do whatever they want to do in Sudan and Somalia, and Eritrea and Ethiopia.
No, Des, do you know that
Mm-hmm.
the Arabs stole magic from the Fulanis and the Kushites, and that's why they're wealthy? They're very wealthy now because they
Magic.
have
Listen to you. What is this?
communicated. They have
Mm.
communicated with jinns from the
I know it.
ocean, and
I
we
know
used
it.
to do that, but we stopped. We stopped doing it.
I heard
But I will
about
tell you
animism.
this:
Mm-hmm.
we're going to get our magic back, Toyota. And
What
when we
you
do,
playing Zelda?
I swear on everything I love, I cannot wait to Arabs. They
Say
burn. I
inshallah.
want you
Say
to
inshallah. It
burn.
might
I
happen.
want you to fucking
Anog.
Say
I love you.
inshallah.
I love
and
you, sis.
Europeans too.
Yo, Anog, I love you, sis, but no. Like, nah, we not going there. But
That's why I
simply
went back.
put,
I went back to Sihr.
so how,
You know Sihr, Toyota. You know Sihr. I went back to Sihr, magic. I went back. I want to reclaim my energy from
بعرف السحر يا
Suleiman. You
أختي.
know
بعرف.
Suleiman.
إن شاء الله. احكي إن
Suleiman
شاء
had
الله.
all the gems. He
احكي إن
had
شاء الله.
the gems, the rubies. I'm going back to that. I'm reclaiming my ancestry.
So
so
the
how, so
Pharaoh.
And when,
let's
and I hope this is one thing that I really do hope.
Go ahead.
Right
Tell
now,
me how
you're
much hate
laughing,
you
you
got.
Arabs. You're shopping. You're having a good time. Yes,
I am not having
we're
a good
building.
time.
Oh, the
I'm in
tallest
Ghana
building
right now.
in
I'm in
Dubai.
Africa right
Fuck
now.
you.
I'm in Africa right now, in Ghana.
I hope the Africans in Uganda jump you and beat you.
Ghana, not Uganda.
yeah. So when it comes to Ghana, like Ghana is not
Yes.
next to the Sahel. There's a lot of Sahelians living in Ghana, such as my mother's family, but Ghana, like yeah, Ghana's not next to the Sahel, so they don't really know like the issues going on
She
between
blamed
Sahelians.
other religions and other countries for her own failure.
No, Toyota, we're not gonna
Excuse
do
me.
that.
I'm Wakafina.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got
I have
somebody
my
new in the
own. I have
panel.
my own spirituality.
We got somebody new in the panel. I'm not gonna read that name. I think you're a troll.
I'm not a
But
troll.
let's get your age, race, ethnicity, and you can answer the prompt or contribute to the conversation.
I'm white German. I
Oh,
am
drop him. Drop the Neanderthal.
No, let him cut you.
Neanderthal.
Yo,
Neanderthal. Well, that's racist.
Anak,
Well, that's
Anak,
racist.
Anak, just
Shut
let
the
him
fuck
speak.
up. Yes, I am a racist, bitch.
Unreal.
I'm still not fucking iron, bro.
Yo, Anak, please just let him speak. George, I'm not gonna say your name. Just answer the prompt or contribute to the conversation, whatever. I don't even know why you're on this panel.
Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. I got my dog's tweaking. Hold on.
He's reporting the live. Why do you keep him up here?
I'm
Just
reporting
drop
the.
him.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You're a
George,
fucking Neanderthal.
George.
We don't trust you.
Why are you so
Fucking
mean?
beast.
George, I'm gonna just drop you real quick because, like, you seemed to respond when she talked, but you didn't want to answer the prompt. That already gave me
Yo,
a
hold on.
clue.
Yo, why are you so mean?
My cousin.
Yeah, this is not cool, bro. Why are you so mean?
All right, so
That's
okay,
funny.
okay, I'm gonna drop y'all. Yo, Vibes, is it cool if I start blocking these George Floyd
Yeah,
parody accounts?
block all Neanderthals that come up here with racism. Block them.
Yo,
Hey, why are you such a black
Block this
bitch?
Neanderthal.
Deadass.
You're
Why you
being
such a
okay,
bitch?
I'm
Shut
a
the fuck
block.
Why
up,
you such a
you
bitch,
stupid bitch.
Annika? Dumb bitch.
Why is your mother a
Okay,
whore?
okay,
Why you
okay.
black?
George. That's not even your
George,
real name.
George, you're
Brandon.
blocked.
Whatever the fuck your name is.
George, you're blocked. You're going to. I'm not gonna lie. If I see any George Floyd photos, like you're automatically out. That's kind of crazy. I don't know why you're doing that. That's wild. Young, let me get your age, race, ethnicity, and you can answer the prompt or contribute to the discussion in any meaningful way. Young, you there? No, I'm gonna drop you. Sis, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and I'm gonna introduce you to a couple of my Sahelian friends. They're not all Sahelian. Some of them are Nilotic. Some of them are Nilotic, South Sudanese. Some of them are around the continent. But I'm gonna introduce you to that side of TikTok. They're not crazy radicalists.
Please do.
But they're not crazy radicalists like you. But they don't like Arabs either, and yeah, they're on their own type of time.
Can't stand them.
But Beauty, how you doing?
Drop.
Yeah, yeah.
They're being weird. They're all being weird. You know,
Yeah.
it's a
This
lot of
is.
white people who pretend to be black to come up.
Mm-hmm. R Wood.
They're obsessed. You
Hey,
must be popping, huh?
what's up?
R. How you doing? Let me get your age, race, ethnicity, and do you have anything to contribute to the prompt?
I'm 22. I'm from Arkansas. I'm half Mexican and half Salvadoran.
Okay, that's what's up.
No, he's white. He's lying. Okay, go ahead.
Is there anything you want to contribute to the discussion you heard or to the prompt?
No, I just like mainly I would like to learn more about y'all's
Why are you trying to
perspectives.
put on an accent, you fucking Neanderthal? Speak correctly.
This is how I
Stupid
normally
cave
sound like.
beast. European cave
Anak,
beast. Speak
Anak,
correct. He's trying to
Anak,
put on an accent. Can you not hear it? Okay, go
Anak. I
ahead.
don't
I'm sorry. I'll
know.
go on mute.
Yeah, please. R was he?
What's up?
Yeah. Do you want to speak? Do you want to speak on the prompt or what you heard? What's up?
I would like to know more.
I'm not really here to inform you about black issues.
If
I think it's very
Des, can I ask
dangerous.
you a question? If
Yeah.
somebody's from Arkansas, why the fuck are you putting on an accent? You're a European cave beast. Please speak in your normal form. I mean, that at least that's more respectable. Please, come on. Don't do this. I'm half and Salvadorian. Shut the fuck up. You're
Oh
from
my God.
Arkansas. You're a
This is how I
European
normally
cave
sound like.
beast.
What the fuck is you going to do
Man, shut
about it?
up. No, you
Damn, why
don't.
are you
Man, shut
rude?
up.
You
Fucking
out here
weirdo cave
yelling and
beast.
shit?
You're obsessed with black people. You're obsessed. All
I
you do
just
is
joined the
come up on these
fucking
black
live.
forums.
Anak,
For what? For what?
I thought this was a really cool
Anak,
hangout
please,
spot.
my
I don't
sister,
know.
Anak, please. If he's not causing no harm, I'm just gonna ask you. R was he? Like, if you don't know about this topic, you're not informed about it. I personally don't choose to involve non-black people in black business. If the host wants to inform you, it's his live. But since he's not here, I'm gonna take the prerogative to just ask you to step down for me. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Dino,
What's up?
you sound very, very young. How old are you?
14?
Yeah, Dino, step down
No,
for
no,
me.
no, no, no.
Dino, if you come back here, I'm going to. You should not be on TikTok, and you should not be worried about these topics. Like, just go about your business. But like, yeah, honestly, I think like one thing that one thing that Horners and like Sahelians we got in common is we definitely realize that Arabs are not friends to the black race. Like, or let's say like the Arab leaders are not friends to the black race. They definitely weaponize Islam. They weaponize their power in society to sort of play crazy games with us. Oh my God, yo, Test, Test, drop down for me. Thank you. But yeah, Anak, you could talk if you want, my sister. I'm gonna check on my other account right now. You there, Knock? Hello. I guess we just chilling.
Black, Black American and Dominicans are united, bro. I never thought I'd see the day. Because we gotta understand, a lot of Haitians are busted, and a lot of them be crying. And a lot of them be crying on his ass, bro. Oh, yeah, like a lot of
Anak, you there? Host vibes.
Oh, yeah, no worries, no
Sorry
worries. Take your
about that.
time. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Let me close out this tab. My fault. There's a lot going on TikTok right now. But yeah, nah. Anak stepped away from her phone. I think. She was just going back and forth with the Arab dude, and there were a couple trolls.
I'm still
I
here,
just didn't want
guys.
it to be
Understood.
problematic. I know how on she could be passionate. You know, I
Yeah,
understand. You know,
yeah,
if it
yeah,
can be constructive, that's all that matters.
yeah. Nah. Trust me. Sometimes you gotta let Anak talk her shit for a little bit. You gotta let her talk. You gotta let her talk her
I
shit.
know, I know. And he needs to hear it too. I mean, if there are things that they just are not aware of, and they want to put the best out of Islam and stuff, it's good to remind them about what is going on. You know, I'm not shy with that. I have a lot of Muslim friends too, and some family members too. You know, and it's they would react almost the same way. You know, they would try to find other reasons why. It's not Islam, you know, but when it's used for not in the best interest of African people, you know, that's a problem.
Yeah. So that's a major thing, and I was telling her that like, um, you know, like I get her grievances with Islam and the Arabs, but we got to hold the right people accountable. It's definitely not all Arabs, but my grievances with all Arabs is that the ones who are educated and the ones that know that this is going on never want to talk about it. Even
No.
famously, I remember this lady. This happened like last year. I guess she took a group of ethnic Black Americans to Palestine, and they wanted to see the Black Palestinians because they heard that they were they were getting treated very badly. They were being called beads and all these other things.
Zenji,
Yep.
Habib, yep.
So they wanted to go see like how is their living situation, and this lady got so passionate when she said that Black Americans are trying to center this around race and trying to become the main characters in a Palestinian story, and it's like you're gaslighting, you're deflecting.
Exactly. But that's what they do best. And
Like
that's
you're
why I don't
gaslighting
believe any of
the
them.
and it's a common it's like it's a reoccurring sentiment that I'm receiving from a lot of Arabs when you push back on the okay, I'm still gonna be pro Palestine because I am a humanist. I believe in humanity and being like just a good person, period. I don't want no tragedy happening to nobody, but who cries when the Sudan is bleeding, when Somalia is bleeding, when Ethiopia is bleeding, when like
Yeah,
the
my
Congo
love.
is bleeding, like when Nigeria is bleeding. Who cries when Black people, Africans are bleeding? They don't.
Okay, but look, but Des, look, and this is the exact reason why we need to keep ourselves to ourselves. I've never gone out and said, "Free Palestine." I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I know kids are being unalived, right? These things are happening, but at the same time, none of that is being reciprocated, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying free Somalia, you know? They're not
Mm-hmm.
talking about these things.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to say free Palestine? Why?
Because we're all Muslim brothers and sisters.
Okay, so we're all Muslim and brothers. We're
It
all
was
Muslim
sarcasm,
brothers
my
and sisters
sister.
when it's convenient. When it's convenient.
Yeah. Wait, Anak, hold
That's
on.
fucking sad.
Pounds record. Let me get your age, race, ethnicity.
He left.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
But yeah, no,
probably a
no, you're right.
Neanderthal.
Like, eh, like I agree with you. I definitely see like people driving with their blinders on, like Africans especially, and it's concerning. Like it's very concerning. Like on like we already have like corrupt leaders. We already have neocolonialism, corruption, and all these other
We have a
things
lot of
going on.
problems.
Like we don't need that extra layer of Arabs trying to use religion
And
to
that's
weaponize
why
it
we
against
need to
us.
leave these motherfuckers alone and focus on ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Amir.
Okay?
Mhm.
He left us as well. I don't know what the fuck. Who keeps dropping these people? Or are
He's
they leaving
Mexican.
by themselves?
It might be. I don't know if Vibes is still there behind the scenes, but I think they're just coming up and leaving when they hear that like we're not talking about what they might be expecting us to talk about. But
Hmm.
yeah, but I
Anyways,
agree.
are you
Mhm.
gonna be? You gonna be on live tonight, Des?
I wanna. You know the reason why I stopped going live for a little
Why?
minute is because I'm dealing with like a little TikTok drama, and I'm just trying to
Why?
clear my circle out. Okay, so basically one of my mods is caught up in some bullshit, and it might be serious in a legal type of manner, but it's
Are you
nothing
serious?
it's nothing too crazy. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy, but like I just want to make sure that like I got everything clear. I know who's around me, who's joining my lives, what's going on,
Hmm.
because it seems that there were like a lot of bad fate actors that came to my panel and started acting a fool. You know when my lives get
Okay.
lit, like when I have like 100+ people in there, it's hard to keep track of everybody. And
I
none
know.
of my moderators want to be there when I need them. Cough, cough, a knock.
Well,
Cough,
that's
cough.
why I'm a good mod because I drop people, I mute people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. But
But
sometimes I'll
I
be there by
got
my
you. But
dolo.
I don't know. Okay.
I'll be there by myself, a knock, and there's tears coming down my eyes right now. Let me stop. But yeah, nah. Being serious though, like it's just I need to clean house
Uh-huh.
before I start going live again, cause I don't need people bringing their bullshit on my live or being connected to that bullshit. Like right now,
I understand.
every time I go on my main account and they see I'm active, I get invited to like 5 different lives, bro, to gossip for hours on
At
end.
once, yeah. I know. I hear you.
Yeah,
But I have
both of them.
work in like 3 hours.
You a kid, you
Des.
gotta drop. You're a kid. Drop for me. But yeah, I'm
Des.
listening, knock.
I'm gonna go. I have work in like 3 hours, okay?
Got you.
So I'm gonna see you tonight. I'm always gonna be on. I'm gonna message you first, actually. Share the
Got
live
you.
with me. If you make your own live, I'll come up. If you're on another live, I'm gonna come up too. But I'll be respectful. I'll listen. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like always, it was good seeing
Okay.
you, sis.
Love you, Des. Okay, bye.
Love you more. Bye. Yo, Chris. Chris. I guess we're back on the mutie. I don't think you know English. I'ma drop you.
Yeah, I hear you, Des. I'm on the same wavelength, man, about making sure these conversations are going to go as smoothly as possible. Obviously, there's going to be disagreements. It's obviously like debated kind of, topics and stuff like that. But yeah, even giving mod powers to some people is kind of gets out of control. So I definitely understand.
Nah, 100%, brother. 100%. Now I think Anak is she's a Horner. But she understands an issue that us who are closer to Arabs proximity wise, we kind of see. And sometimes when you're raised in like certain in a certain religion, it could, but I love my sister, but she's very passionate, but she's not saying the wrong things.
Yeah, and it's like, I've had these discussions. Like I literally have had that prompt that I had up earlier. That kind of speaks to it, and to did Islam come by the sword, or did it come by trade? Did it come in a peaceful manner? And we get all these very different degrees of narratives and stories, and personal experiences too. We had some interesting characters that I was surprised to hear from and to understand from. So it's always good to have like a open 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 interpretation
Yeah,
of things,
dialogue when it comes
and know when someone is just like blinded by their faith, or something, something happened to their family, or something happened to their community that also can cause like a biased perspective as well. You know what I mean? Even though that those things are valid and those personal lived experiences are something to consider too. You know what I mean?
hmm
But just like Christianity, man, just as many people that we're so indoctrinated in it, it's hard for us to even think outside that realm. Some people are just so turned off by Islam to the point where they're not willing to listen to anybody else, or listen to someone that speaks Arabic, or someone that follows the religion. And I feel like it's kind of ignorant sometimes too, when people are on that tip.
100%. Because I've met some really good Egyptian brothers. I've met like a lot of cool people who are Arabic, like a lot of Yemeni brothers. There's like, I actually used to go to like a Yemeni mosque when I was little, and I never really faced any discrimination. Like this dude, like they own like a lot of the bodegas in my neighborhood. Like that dude used to drive us to and from school, give us free lunch, all of that. Like, so it's not all Arabs. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right. No, I
Like,
definitely hear you.
yeah, like it's not all Arabs. To say like they're all racist or they're all bad, like I don't speak in absolutes and I don't generalize at all. But there is a glaring issue that we got to talk about, and I want to see how can like if we're talking on this Islamic front, or we're just talking about like respecting each other, whatever the case might be. Like the same way we hear y'all talk about Free Palestine, call out your government for what they do to black people within the Middle East and outside the Middle East. Period. Like,
No, exactly. That's a good front to start off with the conversation, just to see where people are at, where their heads
mhm.
at, in the conversation. How did that one brother, Toyota, how did he respond to it? I wasn't here for it.
Basically, he said that basically to me it sounded like he was deflecting a lot. He said that people don't want to take accountability for their own failures. That was a point he brought up. He also said that he loves Africans because he's currently doing business in Ghana right now, which is cool, I guess. Um, and that Islam, it was just, there wasn't any cohesive response where he actually addressed the issues of what's going on when it pertains to Arabs, Arab leaders, let me say, taking advantage of Africa's situation. The one thing he did say was he did say, yeah, fuck the Arab leaders that are doing that, but that's as far as he went. He didn't go any deeper.
Right. And yeah, exactly. I think for them, it's hard to condemn Islam, condemn, and it's not even. I think they should hold the individuals accountable, but just see how that religion also exasperates it. Where they are practicing different things in that book, right, or in the shahadas and stuff like that, that people use to that use those scriptures or whatever to go further in their jihad, and even the jihad, it like they'll break down the jihad as in like it doesn't mean what it's put out to be, It means like suffrage. I forget the terminology of it. I'd have to look it up, but there's like a different meaning of it than what it is, like Allah Akbar and stuff like that. Where for us foreigners too, that we always see it as like like a cry.
A violent
Yeah,
threat. Like if I
exactly.
hear this shit, like this man is on bullshit. Hey, let me get away from this man.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like the big turnoff, right?
Yeah.
But it's good to have a critical listening skills for that kind of conversation. And so
Yeah.
like I was saying before, we had some very educated Muslim brothers that came on and and even when they were talking about indigenous tribes in Africa, they were talking about the scarifications that they do. And maybe I'll tag you on some of the YouTube, because I'd be putting these up on YouTube, and I got a bunch of conversations like that where they show pictures of their family, but a lot of it also was to protect themselves from other tribes and from other Islamic forces that were coming. So there's kind of like a middle ground where they have to survive, and then they hold on to some cultural stuff that we still see very alien, but we wouldn't understand unless we were there.
Okay, you're talking about the tribal markings, right?
Yeah.
The tribal markings. Yeah, Fulanis and Hausas still do it. Yeah.
And a lot of it is like we would see it as something, bad, but a lot of them interpreted it in their own way, and there was more understanding once they broke it down, and a lot of that. I can't remember because it's been so long since I've even dove into those conversations, but very, very interesting. I'll try to tag you on there. I followed you, so hopefully
Yes,
you
sir.
follow me
Now
back.
send me videos anytime. Like I'm always actually interested in Black diaspora and history, So especially when it comes to indigenous African tribes, like I'm very interested. Like regardless, I think it is very important to learn about the difference between spirituality and being radicalized. And there's a lot of radicals that we don't call out. So I don't know in a certain way. But wait, actually, let me ask you a specific question. You're from Eritrea, right? Eritrea. How do you say it properly?
Eritrea. And it's Eritrea, but Eritrea, there's another pronunciation, but it's not like it's like what people say, Eritrea or Eritrea. Yeah, there's those two, but I'm not born there. My father's from there. He's
He's
Tigray
from there.
too, and
He's
he
Tigrayan
fought.
too.
Yeah, he's Tigrayan or Tigray, right? There's
Tigray.
Tigrayan and then Tigray and then some other stuff too. But maybe they're the same. I'm still reconnecting. Like I'm reconnecting with my father and my grandmother. They live out in Virginia. I'm about to go visit them soon. But he came out of the he was there before Eritrea became independent. So he was part of some of the guerrilla warfare out there. He's a refugee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you a question, but you're not too. It's very hard find a Eritrean that like came directly from Eritrea. Because I heard that you guys have a tribe of lost Hausa people over there, and Fulani too.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I think I'm not very educated, to tell you the truth, Des. I hang out with like quite a few Eritreans on here that have panels on this specific subject, and they're more what's it called, like in the economic or in the political economic realms. Like they're very educated about what's going on right now, and they I don't know if you follow a guy named Negus and Haji. Also Nakfa is another brother that I actually connected here first with. Very, very educated brothers and sisters. they have YouTubes too where they speak about this stuff as well. But I'm still learning a lot, brother. I wouldn't know what to tell you like
What to
the
tell me
exact
about it?
stuff.
Yeah. Because the story, like I heard it from like a couple of my Fulani cousins. For the Fulani side, what they said was that they went to pilgrimage. They went to pilgrimage and they just got lazy and stayed in the Horn. The houses side is more interesting though. I don't know about the houses because I know like the houses are literally like for some reason I don't know what the fuck happened to the houses. I don't know why they're in the Middle East or in the Horn. So that was very interesting to me. But I know the Fulanis, they definitely did tell me it was because they went and made pilgrimage to Mecca and didn't come all the way back to West Africa. So interesting.
What
But
year was
yeah,
this?
I don't know. Like the houses, like I know for sure. Okay, so not to even get like too morbid, but like one of like like one of the twin the core one of the people who are responsible for the causes of the Twin Towers. What happened with like that whole thing in 2001, September
9/11.
2001?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
was Saudi Arabian, but he was ethnically Hausa. And then that's what took me down the rabbit hole. I'm like, bro, like, did he just migrate over there, or did he? But it turns out there were houses over there for like they said at least 200 years. And
Interesting.
yeah, and then I was briefly speaking to a Hausa Etrian, but he stopped responding to me. I don't know what happened to him.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that
I
that
try
was
to invite
interesting.
a couple of them right now. Maybe they can give you an answer.
Yeah. Now I'll chill back here. If I'm quiet, it's just because
No, yeah, give me some time too. Hey, how's it going, Gene?
yeah.
Oh, give me a second too. I got a kid in the house. Hold on.
Ah, pues. Mamá, no tengo museo para ir a la escuela. No.